close to qualifying.
Welcome to the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200. This is on Warren Ketch's private 10,000-acre ranch here at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway for some of the best wide open and very technical desert-style racing right here in beautiful Broadview, Montana. I am Miles Hasmus alongside Mrs. Shelby McDonald, and we are about to kick off qualifying. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be great. I'm so excited to be here. You ready, Miles?
I love it. So we have almost 100 competitors that are signed up to race. I'm going to say probably 75% or so will qualify. This is a 1.8 mile qualifier, and it gets everything set up for tomorrow and Saturday's racing. Qualifying is going to kick off with the UTVs first, and then it's first come, first serve. We will intermix some UTVs that show up late because we want to give everybody a chance to qualify, but it's about to go down. This race is located in just north of Billings, Montana, just outside of Broadview. Population is roughly 212. Elevation is 3,900 feet. Again, it's on Warren Ketchum's private 10,000-acre ranch. This place is absolutely amazing. Shelby, we've been running around this morning. The views, this is why it's called the Big Sky 200, because the views go on forever. It's beautiful. You can see for 20, 30 miles.
Anywhere you stand, you can see always.
It's amazing. And off in the distance that you can't see, you can see the peaks of Yellowstone National Park. Place is absolutely amazing. So it looks like we're getting ready to kick off, getting all of our volunteers out on track, making sure we have a clean and safe course. And it looks like one of our sponsors, Corbin Custom Works, is going to take off, number 4213 of Chris Corbin. He's in a Pro R out of Post Falls, Idaho, with Corbin Custom Works, Lone Star Racing, Method Race Wheels, and Tensor Tires. Shelby, this is going to be a wild show. I'm going to guess this qualifying will go on for a couple hours. So
probably a couple.
Be sure to tune in. I'm on the Speed Hive app as well. You can see their timing, and I'll also be monitoring the YouTube chat. So let us know where you're tuning in from. Looks like we have quite a few people already tuned in right when it's getting ready to start.
We'll be dropping anybody any minute now. We're just waiting for some volunteers, make sure everybody's in place. We had a couple rollovers last year, so hopefully we can keep more rubber side down this time.
We'll see what happens. But it's definitely high-speed action. Nothing too terrible out here, but there's definitely some G-outs, a few good jumps. Dallas with Montana Drone Company's up here with the drone in the air. We are, so I'm hearing Grizz on the radio. Sounds like we are about to go clear. Lots of chatter on the rugged radio right here. And you give a huge shout-out to Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Base Camp Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, T&E Tractor, and Throttle Down Customs. So up the line is taking off is Chris Corbin, the number 4213 out of Post Falls, Idaho, in his Pro R with Corbin Custom Works, Lone Star Racing, Method Race Wheels, and Tensor Tires. So we'll see what kind of time. What you're going to guess? I'm going to say right about a minute and a half.
Oh, I'm going to say a minute 40.
I think you're probably closer. It's just shy of 2 miles, so...
Yeah.
Well, what are you thinking, Aaron?
I don't know, because it's not like a smooth circle. No, it's not.
All right, you're probably... All right, 144. That's my new guess.
Okay.
What were you, 140?
I was
Price is Right rules, right?
Yeah.
No, we're all having fun. It's been a while since I've been out here. It's been a year, and I absolutely coming back. Aaron Grizz and the entire Yellowstone team puts on one heck of a show, so can't thank all the volunteers enough. There's a great team to put this all together.
We're so glad to have you back, Miles. When everybody is saying, oh, he'll be back, we're all like, oh, yes. Not that nobody dislikes listening to us, but everybody loves listening to you, too.
I appreciate that very much. But Aaron, Grizz, Don, Dean, Cody, Carmen, Ethan, Truman, and the entire Yellowstone Off-Road team puts on one heck of a show.
Yes.
And Chris Corbin is out there making some dust. Again, 1.3 miles. Oh, and it looks like we're already going to be starting mixing up, because that's Randy Wright. I see lined up. You guys can't see him. Oh, there he is. So Randy Wright is getting ready to take off. He's in the mod class, if I remember right.
Yep, comp mod. In the 03 Jeep, we've got Dallas chasing down Mr. Chris Corbin there. Dallas with Montana Drone Company. Dallas does such an amazing job with all of the live feed. He's back here showing us all what to do, and he is fantastic at it.
I got a lot of papers to flip through here. We got a lot of cars out here. But that makes it all part of the fun.
Teddy, get up where the cars are. They're coming across the track.
So,
holy cow, there's a lot of
like I said, just about 100 racers overall. And I'll do some math later on as we start getting into the racing.
So Miles is over here looking at all of his notes, and we've got a note for every car. So make sure you're getting into your racer profile and filling that out so that we have stuff to talk about with you. Yeah,
when I'm doing my Ultra 4, that's what I do back at home. Spend a lot of time on it, but thankfully Erin's on the ball on that. She's been take care of all the driver's notes for us here in the T&E studio. And Chris Corbin comes across the line
232
with a 232. I was a minute off. So here goes Randy Wright and Tim Long riding shotgun in a 1998 Jeep TJ out of Arvada, Colorado. with Select Water Solutions, Sam Hill Oil Company, Thread X Machine, PT Hose and Bearing, his wife, and he was the 2023 and 24 comp class champion.
He's been mopping this class up. That little Jeep works. He said he was starting to get a little bit nervous about the track out there this time because they said it's pretty deep. Said they were running on the skid plate for quite a while. We've got Montana Drone with Dallas flying, catching all of this footage for us, and you can see that really this track, it looks smooth. Like if you're up on the rims, you're like, oh, this doesn't look that bad. But Dallas is doing a great job showing you all those little holes. Those will send you for a tumble real quick.
Yeah, Grizz is doing a great job keeping everybody lined up. He's got them perfect so I can see right out my door to see who's getting ready to take off next. So again, lots of papers to shuffle through, but we'll do our best to keep you honest.
Randy Wright coming through that long straightaway. It's been pretty whipped out a little bit before, so hopefully it's a little bit smoother. This little section right here that he's coming into is actually pretty off camber. It's hard to get a lot of speed right there.
It's very off camber, and it's got some rolling whoops through there as well.
Yeah, you don't want to hit that one just right because it will toss you for sure. Here's one of our first jumps. Do we have a name for these jumps?
Not out here. This is
okay.
Gotta get through my notes. This is Elevated Power Sports qualifying field.
Okay.
And then tomorrow and Saturday we'll have the premier alignment jump. We'll have the rugged pits. And again, we're live from the T&E studio.
Huge thank you to T&E, who's a huge sponsor for the Y.O.R.R series. They do so much to keep us out here and running, and
they give us some generators and some light towers and everything in between.
Yes. Keep us running. This little curve up here is actually so fun. You can see a couple people up on the rims starting to watch. We love having all the spectators out here. Thank you to our viewers that are joining us online. We got a hello from Helena.
Hey, all right. Helena, my first race up here, I called it Helena, and they've never let me down. But hey, I'm okay. Yeah, my good buddy Eric Weichel now. They definitely like busting my chops, but hey, that's all part of the fun.
It's good for you. Keeps you humble.
100%.
And it looks like Randy Wright is about to come through that start-finish line with a 2:52. Oh, we're getting closer to 3 minutes then. So I'm going to swap you back over Woo! She's dusty. And I believe that was Cameron.
$710. That was Cameron that we talked to earlier with Sherpa Motorsports, and I don't have him on my sheet. I
trying
apologize.
to find a number, and
that was a 252 for 252 for Randy Wright. So the 710 of Cameron was Sherpa Motorsports. Again, I apologize. I don't have his info in front of me, but we'll try to figure that one out later. But this is his first ever race. Ever.
It looks like he's doing great in qualifying. Look at that jump.
And that's an older 4800 Ultra 4 car. I'm struggling on the name. I should know it. He told it to me earlier, and I recognized it, but now I'm dropping.
Let's go.
It's already been a long day, and we're just getting started.
It's going to be a long weekend, and it's only Thursday.
Yeah, Matt Holt with will be running production the rest of the weekend. Right now, it's Montana Drone Company with Dallas behind the helm flying the drone, doing a great job. He's got us all set up here in the T&E studio, and so far, so good. Again, this is the Wild West Off-Road Series. And
That's his co-driver. He is no smoke.
so it is Cameron with Noah riding shotgun in a 4800 class car out of Fort Collins, Colorado. But again, he doesn't have any sponsors because he's brand new.
He's a newbie. He's a little baby. And here he comes through that elevated power sport start finish.
234.
With a 234.
That's fast.
That was dang fast.
For as fast, yeah, that's almost as fast as
Corbin.
Chris Corbin with a 232.
You can't see him all that well, but there goes Alex Fleming in the Sherpa Motorsports car. Motorsports. They're out of Colorado as well.
He's in the comp mod class.
He's in the comp mod class.
That's why,
He's only
okay.
4600, so he's in comp mod. Sorry.
Oh, okay. He's the only 4600, so they did move him over to the comp mod.
And he's got Hayden Deathridge riding shotgun in that 2008 Toyota 4Runner with a V8 IFS suspension up front. Out of Berthoud, Colorado with Kenda Tires, Sunfire, Icon Vehicle Dynamics, Yukon Gear and Axle, Howell Campfires, Trail Gear, Baja Designs, Doug Thorley Headers, and many more.
We can see the Sherpa boys making it through those little whoops there. Those little G-outs, they'll freaking eat your lunch if you're not careful.
Looks like Rockhand is tuned in, and so is Miss Nelson. Oh, she's racing in the youth class Saturday morning with Bentley Doug. So great to see you guys tuned in. Thank you. So this originally started as the Wild West Off-Road Racing Series, and it's kind of merged into Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. And man, what a great time it's been. Don has been here from the get-go, and then Aaron and Grizz have really taken the helm and doing some great things. This is our second race of the season. You guys started in Powell.
Yep.
Now we're here in Broadview. We go to Sturgis. I'll make it to Sturgis as well, but I'm going to miss the Columbus race. We got an Ultra 4 race that weekend.
Dang it.
But, hey,
love to
making half the races, that ain't too bad.
That's pretty good. That's, well, not as good as last year, but we love seeing you. So it's kind of a bummer when you don't make it out here.
As Alex Fleming making a great turn. There's some big bank corners, and look at the talcum powdered dust that is out here.
Oh my gosh, I would not be wanting to be out racing in that dust right now. It's going to be gnarly when those side-by-sides take off tomorrow. This corner, there's not really a berm into, so you really got to get ready to slide through it.
He's going to have to change a battery after this next part.
And it sounds like he's getting ready to come through that start-finish line. Letting that Toyota scream.
245, 415.
So 245 for Alex Fleming. And getting ready to take off next in that single-seat RS1 Polaris RZR is the 1954 of Matt Peterson out of Laramie, Wyoming with Y.O.R.R Racing, Rigid, Baja Designs, Shock Therapy, HCR, and Rugged Radios. He races, he dabbles in Ultra 4, dabbles in Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. He had a great showing in Moab, Utah during the Ultra 4 race, and he got on the podium there.
Yeah, that's super
He
exciting.
finished the 12-hour last year with a broken rock or something, remember?
Okay, Aaron's tuning me in that he finished the 12-hour last year, but had a broken shock, if her memory's correct. And it's better than ours.
The whole thing. That's
Iron Man by himself in a single seat.
Oh, that'd be.
So,
Oh man, I don't know that I could do 12 hours by myself out there. That's kind of lonely.
So this weekend's race will be 41 miles, and it's going to be wild out there for sure. The 1600s will do 2 laps. The 4600 class will do 3 laps. The comps will do 4, and then 5 laps is for the 45, 48, Pro Unlimited, and the pros. like the number 800 is up next. What class is he in?
I don't know. I haven't seen this one before.
I haven't either, and I think he might be a pro or comma. It's somebody I don't know.
Tony.
Yeah, he'll be in pro.
Yeah.
Tony Willie. So Matt Peterson
Ooh.
out on track, making
Skittle.
some dust out there. And again, I can't stress the dust enough. We went out there, pre-running was 25 miles an hour. It just finished up just a little bit ago. And just out there on course, you can see the dust trails like ants everywhere out there.
You can see exactly where everybody's been, where they're going. That dust shows a lot, and it just hangs. There's not been too much wind today.
There's just a barely breeze, I will call it.
Just
But yeah, I
enough
would
to
call it
move
wind.
Yeah.
And we've been here when it's been muddy. We've been here when it's been dusty. And we're dealing with it all. We've been here when it's thunderstorms and easy
Yeah.
ups got just destroyed. Again, if
You
you were
never know
just
what the weather's going to be out here.
it's amazing. Yeah, it can get western quick. And if you were just tuning in, this is the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing here at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway, and we are live from the T&E studio thanks to Caterpillar.
Here comes Matthew through that elevated power sports start finish. And back up the hill he goes.
235.
And a 235, so just 2 seconds off of Corbin Customs.
We've got the 800 car lining up with Tony Willie. Weil?
Yeah,
Not
Willie
positive.
Weil, I apologize, but Tony out there with Eric Olson riding shotgun in a 2000 F-150 out of Sheridan, Wyoming with High Plains Builders.
This isn't a truck that I recognize, so it's kind of cool to see more out there, and he's in the pro class as well, which there's usually quite a few pro unlimited guys, so it's good to see that the normal pro class is starting to grow.
And in the pro class, it looks like we should have Scotty Stevens, Andy Park, Nick Nicola, Monty Tibbetts, Mike Ablott, and Heston Schessler. So a pretty stacked
It's a pretty
field.
good class.
Eric Olson riding the next one. Must be somebody he knows something. You don't remember Eric from Red Dog? Green truck.
So,
I don't know.
Aaron's telling me that Eric Olson is riding with him, who is out of Red Lodge, which, if you remember the lime green truck,
Oh, there you are. And we are chasing Tony Weil, cruising on out in that old F-150, turning it up. So
can
far
feel
it's
that.
Chris Corbin with a 232, fastest of the day thus far. But he has been really close by Cameron and Matt Peterson.
Matt Peterson laid on a good lap.
Yeah, 235 in that NA.
Oh my gosh, and that
RS1.
RS1, that sucker's already light. Whoa.
Gets a
He
little,
sent her off that. Holy smokes.
yeah, got a little wild there, but kept her under control.
Yeah. Those little jets, they'll get you. And there went the K.O.R.
Mitchell Roccacelli. I recognize him for sure from the Ultra 4 world, so trying to scroll through, and there he is. Mitchell Roccacelli, the number 614. Out there making some dust with JW Performance. Jason Watt has been here prepping that car, and hasn't really raced an endurance race much more than Ultra 4, so he's going to race the 12-hour race with us and see how he can do it. And let's talk about that 12-hour race.
Oh my
More
gosh.
than $15,000 on the line.
There's a lot of money that's going into this.
It's pretty impressive what Yellowstone has put together.
It's super exciting to see that all the sponsors, they worked so hard to be able to continue to build this and be able to build the payouts for these guys and make it feel like a little bit heavier of a contest. So it's just a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher. Like, it's just so exciting to see that this series is really continuing to grow. I feel like these last 3 years, it's really started to boom. We're seeing a lot more trucks, a lot more side-by-sides, and now we have this 12-hour race, which is really growing the series quick. I think we had 54 take the line at the 12-hour last year.
That's impressive.
That's a lot.
Looks like that's Charlie Shaw's truck that's on the line next. But I know he's not racing. I was chatting with him, and his knee's a little bum on him.
His son Brandon is driving, and then they have. Oh man, I know what his co-driv's name is.
Well, I'm trying to find it for
I
you.
remember.
So is it Arlo or Taylor? Okay.
It should be Taylor. At least for right now, I think.
So who's driving Arlo?
Brandon. Brandon. Reinenberger. That's the one that I really screw up.
So we'll get time
there
for
goes through the 800 truck.
255.
a 255 for Tony. So now we have 2 cars on the course at the same time, so we flip right back to Mitchell Roccacelli.
This dust is thick here at the timing line. You can't hardly even see the camera.
I'm really glad I put spray sunscreen on right now.
Yeah, Aaron just put a bunch of sunscreen on, but we call that dust glue out here at the start finish. And I hear Roccacelli. That's going to be a great time.
235.
235.
Another 235.
Wow, so it's getting quick out there, but it's still Chris Corbin with the fast time to beat.
We have Brandon Reinenberger at the start-finish line waiting for the green flag. It's so dusty, they probably can't even let him go.
Making sure everybody has a fair track out there. The entire team is out there making sure everything is set and placed for qualifying here in the elevated power sports qualifying field for the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 here at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway. There goes the 816 of Brandon Reinenberger with Taylor Stoltz riding shotgun in that 2003 1500 Chevrolet out of Billings, Montana with CEI Electrical. Carbon's Pizzeria and Pub, Bottles and Shots, Big Sky Off-Road, Big T's Barbecue, Ranch House Meats, Crystal's House of Daycare, and E&I Lawn Services. This coverage of Yellowstone off-road racing for the Big Sky 200 is presented by Throttle Down Customs and is brought to you by our official sponsors: Elevated Power Sports, Base Camp, Tractor and Equipment, your local cat dealer, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, and by Blackbeard Broncos.
Heck yeah, Your Series really has the best sponsors. They do so much for these guys so that Grizz and Aaron can continue to come out here and put on such a great race that so many people just keep flocking back to. How many cars have you seen that you saw last year and the year before?
Quite a few. They just keep coming back.
A lot of people just love the atmosphere, and I feel like this is really yours home race. Like, if you're coming to a race, it's going to be Broadview. Clovis is fun, but this is the one that everybody comes out to. It's the long one. This is the drawn-out one. It's just such a good time. So if you're here on Saturday, you can watch the trucks, and if you're here Friday, you can come watch the 12-hour.
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with over $15,000 on the line.
That is a lot of money.
More than I got.
Yeah, me too. We've got Brandon coming through the hairpin, getting ready to come through that second jump.
That's a fun little roller jump right there. I think some of those UTVs will get some hang time there later on.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's such a fun one to watch too. It looks like we've got Mr. Caleb Rupp.
Mrs. Jordan
Mrs.
Rupp.
Jordan.
Up next.
Gotcha.
Those cars.
It is Caleb?
I just got off the
Oh, there's no X.
422.
Yep.
Oh, there's 6422 and 6422X. So, thank you, Aaron.
So that is Caleb Rupp. We've been trying to hunt him down all day. You
So
finally
that is
decided to join us.
the winner of last year's race.
Yes. He mopped the floor last year for the 12-hour and the points race and the season.
He was a serious. Yeah,
He did have some unfortunate events in Powell,
Yeah,
but
you said that. I
he
missed
had
that
such
race.
a good season last year. I mean, you can't even complain.
So So Brandon is out there still pushing strong. We'll get a time for him shortly, but right now it's still Chris Corbin with Corbin Custom Works with a 2:32 time to beat, but it might just happen next. Again, I don't play favorites. I play statistics. Caleb Rupp is about to go down, and Brandon gets a 3-minute flat.
Oh my God.
And the dust is thick. Aaron's getting dusted out here at the TDK start finish here at the Elevated Power Sports qualifying. But yeah, the big talk of this weekend
I have a whole bunch of my favorites.
is the Dust Pods 12-hour race.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So off the line there is Caleb Rupp, number 6422, and his Mav-R out of Sturgis, South Dakota, with Hitless Motorsports, Maxxis Tires, KMC Wheels, Texera Tech, ZRP, Baja Designs, S3 Power Sports, C4 Fabrication, Adrenaline Driven Motorsports. So we'll see what if he can bump off Chris Corbin. And if anybody can, it's definitely Caleb Rupp. But we still have a lot of heavy hitters to come.
And he had the fastest qualifying lap last year.
Yeah, yep. And won the 12-hour.
And won the 12-hour and the fastest lap.
Took the money home. Yeah, last year somebody, I think McDonald's Farm stepped up for the fastest lap. Are they doing that again?
I don't know. That'll be up to
throwing
Dad.
anybody out there. We'll see.
We'll
But,
see. I think they were combined with Premier Alignment on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Premier Alignment has the big cinder jump just after the pits.
So we don't have a helicopter this year. That's a
No,
little sad.
we had a helicopter in Badlands just a week
You
ago.
did? Oh,
that was
did you
pretty
get to
cool.
go for a ride?
I didn't. I had to work.
Oh, well, dang it.
Helicopters
Did you call in
are
sick?
cool. Yeah, I wish. That doesn't happen in my work.
Call in Mercy Flight?
Yeah, there you go.
We've got Mr. Caleb Rupp just absolutely cruising through that off-camber stuff. I hate that section. It scares the bejesus out of me. But I don't think he has fear. I don't think he knows what fear is.
He doesn't worry about it. He worries about that later.
No, and you should have just seen that send off of that jump. That little roller. Do you think that Caleb will have the fastest qualifying lap today, or what do you think?
I think he's going to be up there for sure. We're about to find out if he can bump out Chris Corbin or not, but Caleb Rupp is flying. So I think we're going to be sub 230s here. And is that time going to stick? Time will tell, but could it stick? Absolutely.
Yeah, this is true.
This is definitely the hot dog of Yellowstone off-road racing. He raced with us in Davis, Oklahoma with Ultra 4.
Oh, wow.
And then he raced King of the Hammers this year as well. So he's definitely stepping up in the off-road world for sure.
And I just heard that he sold his business.
Yeah, it's been in the works for a while, but yeah, just about a week ago they signed the deal, and C4 Fabrication just got sold. It's a big and great move for Caleb Rupp. And what is it? 2:22 by Caleb Rupp. 10 seconds faster than Chris Corbin.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, we're going to have you looking at the dust here for a minute.
That's all we got.
Yeah, Nathan Jones here and his Ranger getting ready to go. Waiting for the dust to kind of clear out so not only can we breathe, but we can see too.
What class is this, Shelby?
I believe he's a stock class.
Yes, you are right. Nathan Jones. Getting ready to take off the number 716. We're going to land the drone, swap a battery, and be back in action here real shortly. So we need to give just thank all of our sponsors: Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Base Camp Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignments, Cat and Tractor Equipment for the live show, Throttle Down Customs, Premier Alignment, Montana Drone Company, 3D Air, Pier Sports Center, CEI Electrical, Mickey Thompson Tires, CW Auto Services, Throttle Down Customs, Fire River Racing, Montana Men's Health, The Diesel Shop Auto and Repair, Combustion Syndicate, Three Peaks Drilling, KP Masonry, KB Masonry, Rugged Radios, J&M Tire, Roller Construction, Blackbeard Broncos, Napa, Arnold Machinery, JM Construction, Montana Braveheart Nonprofit, Adventure RV, Next Gen, Ellis Audio, Fenways, Engel and Volkers, Dust Pods, Dakota Alignment and Frame, Corbin Customs, and Montana Tires. So please support who supports the sport. Whoever, you know, whatever you're building, a race car, a mall crawler, or anything in between, go check out all these amazing marketing partners that help put on what is Yellowstone Off-Road. And you could hear it right there.
Yeah.
Nathan Jones and Darian Jones riding shotgun in that 96 Ford Ranger out of Bonners Ferry, Idaho, with Northwoods Performance, Maxxis Tires, L&J Business Services, Patriot Chassis, Elite Racing Engines, REL Engineering, and North Idaho Welding. So we'll see what Nathan Jones can do. But man, Caleb Rupp just threw down a 2.22. I'm not sure if that time's going to be beat. Could it? Absolutely. But could it stick? Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. I think people might get close. If they do pass him, it's only going to be a few seconds, is my guess.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be sub 220s. You know, my original guess was 130, then went to 140. We were way off.
We were way off. I mean, if we would have added a minute, we wouldn't have been too bad.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm not too good at this whole guessing thing.
Yeah, the weather is absolutely beautiful here. It's 85, just a couple clouds in the sky. It's going to cool down tonight in the 60s. Tomorrow for the Dust Pods 12-hour race, high of 79, partly cloudy. And then Saturday, 69 degrees, but a chance of rain. We'll see what happens.
That'll make for some grief.
Anything can happen. And we're also testing out some new tracking that will be tomorrow and on Saturday. We're going to learn a lot more during the drivers' meeting. I'm excited to see it.
It's really neat. They were showing us a little bit about it in Powell, and I'm just really excited. We got to see a little bit because there was a couple guys that were kind of testing it out. It's different? Okay, Aaron's nodding at me saying that it's different.
We have that one too.
Oh, okay. This is a totally different one? Okay. So we're going to have a totally different one. We've got Nathan Jones, getting ready to come back through that straightaway, I believe, coming back towards us.
And Tyler's keeping us honest that Combustion Syndicate did the fastest lap and McDonald's Farms did the Ironman. So we'll see what happens. There's still some time. When the racing gets going, everybody gets excited, and we're going to put on a show for you all back home and here on site. Looks like Dan Hill's tuning in. We'll see him at AOP with Ultra 4. Fire River Racing tuned in. And speaking of Fire River Racing, Tom Prendergast with Fire River Racing made all the trophies, and I saw a little sneak peek. Those trophies are pretty sweet this year. I'm excited to hand those out later on this weekend. But again, right now it's all about qualifying for the Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 here at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway. And we are live from the T&E studio.
And there goes Nathan Jones through the
3 minutes
start
flat
finish
for Nathan Jones.
He's tied with
Brandon.
I gotcha. Sweet.
Look at that. So
485 and 712. So Brandon's a little faster.
Oh, okay.
But close enough for us.
Yeah, close enough for us.
We'll figure it all out later on after qualifying's in. Aaron will put it up on the Facebooks and everything in between.
We'll keep the basic math thing for us and Chris. We've got a side-by-side
the
next.
117.
Ooh. And he is off the line.
12-hour only,
Darian Jones.
12-hour only.
Okay.
All right, 12-hour only. That's why I couldn't find it.
So, I thought he was riding with Nathan, but...
So, Darian Jones and Nathan Jones in that Polaris Razor XP 1000 out of Bonners Ferry, Idaho with Northwoods Performance.
Montana Drone is doing an awesome job of keeping us up to date on where they are at the track so that all you guys watching online can take a peek at what's happening out here. We love seeing everybody out there out here at the track. So you can even be here at the track, come out, come visit us, and still watch the live feed. It's kind of fun to hear what's going on.
Can you see that number? That 410? Oh, that was a
4800 of Tim
Fastest. That's an Ultra 4 name. I did recognize that
and
one.
This is our guy from Maryland. He has traveled all the way over here to join us here in Montana.
So Tim Vassis and Chris Kelly in that 1994 Jeep that's a 4800 Ultra 4 car out of Pasadena, Maryland with Brannick Motorsports. Great to see the mixture of all the cars out here running with us.
Can you imagine traveling all the way from Maryland
That's
to
a
come to
long
Montana?
ways. This is
That'd
a
be
bucket list for
drive.
him.
That's so exciting.
Excited for Tim Vassis to get some seat time with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing.
Maybe he'll take his time on the way home and see what else is going on.
Lots of moving parts in here in the T&E studio, so I apologize if we go low for a little bit. We're flipping through some papers, writing down some info. But again, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200. We are qualifying one, possibly two at a time on this 1.8 mile qualifier, and right now it's Caleb Rupp with a 2:22, smoking fast time in that Mav-R.
What is the second fastest time? It was
Chris Corbin with a 2:32, so 10 seconds faster.
Holy, and that was a fast lap.
Look who's up next, boys and girls, though.
Casey Welty is up next.
Here we go in his new Maverick car.
Well, almost new. He raced Powell and
yeah.
won that race.
Yes.
But I think he said he's only got 140 miles on this race car.
He started Powell with 40 miles on it.
Yeah, how
Hadn't
nuts.
even had it up to speed.
How nuts is that?
Oh my gosh.
Clears.
That's why Casey's the madman.
So 255 for Darian Jones. So we are still watching Tim Vassis in that 4800 Ultra 4 car, all the way from Maryland.
Cody, no.
That's a very different color, and I like it.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Kind of a
one that
sunburnt
sticks out.
orange?
Yeah. It sticks out. You can tell who it is. I wonder if he's got some family with him here today that are out there just so excited to be here in the Montana skies, in the big sky country.
I think he only came with like a guy or two because he was asking if people could help you, you know, if you needed help in the pits. And
That's
I'm like,
pretty
absolutely,
cool.
everybody will help you.
And
248.
248 for Tim Vassis.
Oh.
As soon as the dust clears, Casey Welty will be taking off, and there he goes. In that Mav-R out of Sheridan, Wyoming, with Go Fast, Don't Die, Method Race Wheels, RTR Studio, Napa, CT Raceworks, ZRP, Bodyworks, Elite Automotive, Octane Garage, Novus Glass, Kirby Saloon, Pit Crew to You, Excalibur Construction, and Combustion Syndicate. Helps Casey Welty get on his way. He's raced a Pro R, he's raced a Speed UTV, and he's pretty excited about his new Mav-R.
we got to chat with him a little bit this morning, and he's pretty jacked up about it. He likes the way it functions, the way it drives, the way it flows. He said it's just a little bit more practical for him right now to have a Maverick car. And we just had Sean Murphy take off. I believe it's Sean Murphy. I may have that wrong. In the 113 car out of Canyon City, Colorado with Fremont Motorsports, Method Race Wheels, Coleman Auto Parts, Timberline Trust, and Papa Murph's CBA Investments.
And I missed that one, Shelby. Who was
that's
that?
Okay. That was Sean Murphy. They're Irish, can you tell?
Yeah, I like it.
They have a super neat wrap.
Yeah, I got the 4-leaf clover on the side.
Yes. So neat.
And if you're anywhere in the Billings area, come on out. Entry fee to get in all access to the pits is only $20 for the weekend. Kids 12 and under are free, and it's free camping. Bring the camper up. Bring the family.
Come hang out.
There's an amazing bluff that overlooks the valley that's extremely spectator friendly. There's multiple food trucks.
There's stuff. They even have ice on site.
Yeah.
You forget your ice, they've got some bags here. They've got big ice coolers. Just come hang out, meet some race family. Like, if you come out this time, you'll be buying a car next year.
Yeah,
and we'll see you out
doubt.
here again.
Where's your car, Shelby?
In the shop.
Yeah, where it's been for a little bit.
Where's Rowdy's car?
Yeah, well, in the shop. That's a common theme, too.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to be honest, Miles. I really thought it'd be ready, but I haven't touched it since last season. A
So
226.
226. So second place goes to Casey Welty right there.
Golly.
And now we have one of our future of our sport getting ready to take off of Hunter Biddle.
We had
And the dust is getting thick. Yeah, that was a fun. He's a cute little kid, isn't he?
Yes.
Him and his dad, Tom, they race with us at Ultra 4, and it's really good to see them out here enjoying themselves. I'm not sure if I have the youth on my list. Does that sound right, Aaron?
I must not print that page.
No worries. I can get this one. And then we'll need youth 170s as well later on.
They're all on the same page. I just must have not printed
Perfect.
that page for you.
I'm making sure I didn't miss it because that's always possible.
And here comes Mr. Sean Murphy through the Elevated Power Sports.
246 for Sean Murphy.
Golly, so two Maverick cars within 3 seconds of each other? 4 seconds. The 222 and the 226?
Yeah, so 4 seconds between Caleb Rupp and Casey
Dang.
Welty. They're definitely buddies.
Yes.
But they love to battle hard out on course. And we were talking to Welty. We're trying to get caught up with old Caleb Rupp, but he's been busy. We'll try our best.
Yeah, he has been a busy feller.
So there goes Hunter Biddle and his dad, Tom Biddle, out of Colorado. In his Maverick Sport out of Longmont, Colorado with Y.O.R.R Racing, Elite Power Sports of Colorado. Again, this young man's, I think, 10 years old, maybe 12, I can't remember, but this young man just raced in Badlands, Indiana with us at Ultra 4. Took a pretty good tumble right where I was at the Brannock Bowl, and he was shook up pretty good. He got calm, collected, and came over and chatted with me, and he wiped the tears out, said he wasn't a huge fan of the big rocks, and he loves out here in the big sky country.
That's so exciting. Well, I'm glad that he's out here and it didn't spook him too bad, so that he was able to keep going, keep running, and it's just awesome to see him out here. He'll have a great time out here. You can kind of get spread out, take your time, or speed up as fast as you want. You're going to push, like...
Yeah, the Youth 1000 will race a 10-mile loop instead of the 41-mile loop. And are they doing 2 laps?
They have an hour.
Oh, they got a 1-hour race. So they'll probably do 2, maybe even 3 laps. So that'll be fun to watch. That kicks off tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time here on the Yellowstone YouTube. Oh, kids race Saturday. Sorry, the Dust Pod's 12-hour kicks off, so I take that back. Tomorrow, let me go over the schedule. I had that in my hand earlier and forgot to talk about it. So today we're qualifying. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. we kick off the Dust Pod's 12-hour race with 15K on the line. Then Saturday morning at 10 a.m. is the Youth 1000s and the Youth 170s. We'll try to broadcast both at the same time. And then at 11 a.m. we kick off the rest of the field.
Heck yeah. I know there's a lot of guys out there saying that the track is getting pretty...
Yeah, getting pretty beat
deep
up.
and yeah, so let some side-by-sides come bomb through it for 12 hours. I bet it's going to be a totally different track. A 180 difference from what it was when they pre-ran today versus Saturday.
Yeah, at least it's not dusty out there.
Oh, no, not at all.
The dust is thick today. And I was talking about Caleb Rupp. He won the 12-hour. He won the unlimited class. We'll see if he can do it again. Right now, he's our fastest qualifier.
We just had the 08 of Sawyer Leech in his Maverick R
Probably John.
with probably John.
John's racing the car and so is Sawyer.
Okay.
So John's probably qualifying right
So
now. I would
same-
imagine the way he took off.
So same car getting raced by the dad, Sean, and his son,
Sawyer.
Sawyer. So
Yep.
the same cars racing 2 separate laps, so we were believing that was John Leech taking off, and he took off like a rocket. I
Yes.
wonder if he's going to catch old Hunter Biddle.
That's
I
what
hope
I'm
not.
kinda wondering,
I
too.
think we gave him enough time out there, but John
Yeah.
Leech really took off like a rocket. Let me flip through here, get his
Those Maverick
information.
R's are fast.
So that's John Leech and Sawyer Leech possibly riding shotgun that Mav R out of Black Eagle, Montana with Dust Pods and Lone Bro Motorsports.
Sorry, I was like busting
Oh my gosh, look at that Maverick R just screaming.
Those Maverick R's have a very
Man.
distinct sound when
It's
they're wide
very
open.
different.
Or when they're putting through, it kind of
Yeah.
sounds like they're missing a little bit. That's just because they're ready to rip.
Yes. It's just kind of a goofy sound. You really got to get used to it, but you can tell absolutely without a doubt what car's coming through. And then
Here
there
comes
goes.
Hunter Biddle with a time of 3:47 in the Youth 1000 class.
Awesome.
We got 3 of those young guys and gals. And it looks like we have 4 of the Youth 170s will be racing as well. We have Kendall Schussler, Oakley Collin, Anderson Cox, and Hunter Valadez.
And,
Oh, I don't know how to scroll. Sorry. Bella Shaw, Kaylee Tucker, Bentley Dyke, Grayson Tucker, Kendall Schussler, Oakley Collin, Anderson Cox, and Hunter Valadez. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it sounds like the drone is going to land, and we'll swap batteries and be back with more action here in just a moment. So after this car, Dallas with Montana Drone Company is going to land, swap some batteries, and we'll take back off here shortly. And it looks like Ryder Leech is up next.
231.
So
Wow.
John Leech with a 231. So I believe that's 3rd overall right now.
we've got another Leech about ready to take off, the number 14 car.
And you can just see right there, the dust just blows through here. Can't see. So what you can see on screen is what we can see from the T&E studio. Complete white out.
Oh man, that dust is just hanging. Or actually, I think it's blowing straight in here.
Yeah, no doubt.
We've already got quite a few cars lined up, getting ready to go.
The bag of bolts is by the bag of bolts is up there. And the radio already plugged in.
Sounds good.
And Dallas is back in the air, so we should be taking off here in just a moment. So there goes the number 14 of Ryder Leech with Sawyer Leech riding shotgun in that 2020 X3. Out of Black Eagle, Montana with Dust Pods and Lone Bro Motorsports.
And it looks like we have Miss Lacey Welty in her Speed UTV getting ready to leave the line after. Mr. Following Ryder Leech, do you think that Lacey will be able to put on a pretty good time, or do you
I think it'll
she'll
be a
catch him?
solid time, but John Leach that 231. I mean, that's the
Golly.
third overall right
Yeah.
now. Again, I'm
As of
hand
right
scoring
now.
this.
Yeah.
So everything is unofficial that comes from
Are you saying
me
you're
and
not
Shelby.
official?
It depends on the day.
Oh.
I'm officially having fun. Let the sound settle hold there for just a moment. And there goes the 801 of Lacey Welty with Casey riding shotgun, and that Speed UTV Diablo out of Sheridan, Wyoming with Go Fast, Don't Die, Y.O.R.R Construction, and RTR Automotive Studio. And that is Casey Welty's wife, so it's great to see them out here racing against each other. They're in different classes, but they're still out here battling, and they're going to have some fun. Is she going to race the 12-hour as well?
Honestly, I don't know. I know she's probably in it for points for the first 4 laps, which counts for the Y.O.R.R points. So if they are going for points, you'll probably see a lot of guys push really hard those first 4 laps, and so it may not.
I don't see her on my 12-hour.
Okay.
But I know Casey's racing that 12-hour.
Yeah, for sure. I can't say I blame her wanting to get out.
Oh, the 1459.
The crazy Indians.
Oh, the crazy
Is it Monty?
Indians. Monty,
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen Monty drive in a long time. We've got Monty Tibbetts on the line. We're so excited to see him.
So still waiting on Ryder Leech to come through.
Looks like Ryder's putting down some pretty good time too.
Yeah, what a great run going.
Oh,
what do we have down? I'm going to guess that's about 15 to 20 cars.
Yeah.
Like I said, 100
Pretty
entries, but I'm going to say probably 75% will make it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I heard a few people having problems in the pits just getting their car ready. So, and then a few people just, why tear up the car in qualifying? Take a rear start. Friday and Saturday's race is on adjusted time. So that means once you start is when your time starts. So you get, you know,
so each class has a certain amount of time before they time out.
Is there any extension cords in there?
Mr. Ryder Leech just ran a 2:56.
I don't know if I'll be able to read that pretty handwriting of yours.
I wouldn't call it too pretty. There goes Lacey Welty on the screen. Dallas for Montana Drone Company chasing her down through the little hairpin corners. This corner right here is not really banked in all that well, so it's pretty loose.
Yeah, like you said, it's not banked in, so it's kind of a drifting corner.
Yeah, it's pretty soft. It's kind of fun though.
Yeah.
Really hang it out there and just go.
And speaking about fun, I hear that Speed UTV singing. We'll see what time we get for Lacey Welty.
She was moving.
3:01. Very solid run by Casey Welty.
We've got Monty Tibbetts getting ready to leave the line. I think
the crazy Indians. They are. So I've been around off-road for a bit, but I'm fairly new to Yellowstone off-road racing. But I believe I met them last year, and his podium speech, it wasn't Monty.
It was his son Melvin.
Melvin, that's right. He said, I said, why are you driving so fast? He said, Dad came over the radio, said the beer's getting hot, hurry up. So he hit the gas and made it there. Good time.
Gosh. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Can't say you blame the guy.
Yeah.
Well, if you've been with Yellowstone off-road, long enough, you know the Crazy Indians. This is the car that everybody's been watching because they're the Crazy Indians. Everybody
watches. It's loud and proud.
Yes, and checkers for records for these guys.
So this will be a comp mod, possibly?
A pro.
Pro mod.
Yeah.
Oh, pro.
It's Monty Tibbetts with, I'm assuming, Melvin.
Oh, there we go.
Riding?
Out of Pine Ridge, South Dakota, in that 2023 Ford F-150 with Lone Kid Racing, Crazy Indians, Mitchell Acoustics and Drywall, Tibbetts Cattle Company, Janus Cattle Company, MJM Prep and Fab, Kenny Winter Welding, Monty's Burritos, and JDR Incorporated. next will be Steven Quintero.
I believe we call him, is it Dozer?
Try it now. You had it off. I didn't touch the switch.
So Monty Tibbetts is out on course. Up next is Steven Quintero. And the fastest time thus far is Caleb Rupp with a 2:22.
Who do you think could give Caleb a good run for their money?
Well, Casey Welty just tried.
Yeah.
Man, I think that's going to be hard to beat. Not saying it can't be. Mitchell Roccacelli already ran. Trying to run through Jonathan Nelson still yet to come.
Mm-hmm.
And then we still have some 4,400 cars.
Yeah.
Tom Pendergast, Jay Schwab, Rich Goldman, Eric Weichel. Kind of driving through the pits mentally in my head right now. John Matthews is in the 4,500 class. It's going to be a great run.
It's going to be so exciting to see all these guys take the line tomorrow. 10 a.m.
10 a.m. for the Dust Pods 12-hour race with over $15,000 on the line. And if you are just tuning in, this is qualifying for the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway. And we are live from the T&E studio.
Monty Tibbetts finishing his qualifying lap.
2:36,
Holy
getting
smokes.
dusted out here. Hey, Aaron, you want to back up a little bit?
Well, I'm not sure.
This
I'm
is
kind of regretting my decision for being all the way out here. I should have been in.
I don't know that that's better.
It's just, I can't see on the door. Like, I want to see. So.
It's a love-hate, for sure.
Yes.
Love the dust, hate the dust.
It's so fine, it just like sucks in your lungs.
And here goes the 867 of Steven Quintero, and Connor Quintero riding shotgun in that 1973 F250 out of Yuma, Arizona, part of the Comp Mod class, with Chronicles Distillery, Jan and Jill Watford City, Yarnell Speed Shop, Optimal Construction, L&M's Office, Rugged Radios, Carbon Shocks, BigShocks.com, Lund Oil, Royal Electric, Mystery Inc., Molly Childers and Family, and Kyle Stratton.
I love this blue truck. I follow them on TikTok.
What's TikTok?
What's TikTok? Oh, get out of here. You're not that old.
I know. My kids show it to me all the time.
Oh, man. I love the build of this truck. This is like, if I were to pick and choose everything, I would totally build.
You don't like your Bronco?
Oh, I love the Bronco, but I love the pickup looking ones.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. That like older body style.
And it's
Ford.
clean and smooth.
They're like live events.
Oh, and they're live on Facebook.
Oh my gosh,
Right
that is
now.
awesome.
So Steven Quintero, if you go to his Facebook page, you have another view than what we have with Montana Drone Company. That's awesome.
That is so neat.
And it shows you how rough it actually is out there.
Yeah, it is brutal. I know this looks like a straightaway, but there's little whoopties through here, little G-outs, and it is very off-camber. This corner is pretty soft, so it'll slide you, as you can see. And then he's getting ready to come over some floater jumps through a hairpin, which is... This one's pretty banked. This one's kind of fun.
Oh, they're all fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're just all a little different. And
Got
there are
our-
so many classes with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. Kind of run through what we have. We have the 1600 class, the modified stock, comp modified, pro class, and then all the UTV classes as well. And then we also have 4500, 4600, and 4800. And apparently I didn't print off one of my main sheets. That's my bad. Oh, here we go. We have pro. No.
There used to be a pro and a pro unlimited, depending on how many trucks there are. And then we have a youth class.
For this race, though, I don't have any trucks that aren't Ultra 4 trucks. So I'm going to race my Pro Unlimited guys in the respective Ultra 4 classes, and then I'll do points for them separate from that. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes all the sense.
And here comes Steven Quintero.
250
back up the hill he goes.
A 254 for Steven Quintero.
Michelle, I only have Rich and Levi. So Rich can race 44 and Levi can race 48. And then I'll just do it.
Our only two unlimited guys, Aaron is saying, is that they're just going to race their 45 and 48.
48, 44.
44 and 48 100 class. There's
Yeah,
no
makes
point
sense.
in them racing in.
So off the line there's the number 24 of Bob Toom with Matt Ryan riding shotgun, and that Can-Am X3 out of Victor, Idaho with BRP, Zollinger Racing Products, Teton Performance, Flying Ryan Mobile Loop, Driven Power Sports and Marine, Fly Racing, Western Power Sports, SCS Wraps, Wayland Speed, BFG, Caliber Products, and Joe's Bank Account.
I love that.
I think there's a lot of that.
This is his first race ever.
Oh, and I'm just getting updated. This is his first race.
Did you recognize the car?
It looks familiar. Whose car is that?
Zollinger.
Oh, that's Travis Zollinger's old car. Okay.
Well, I think it's still his car. I think he's
Oh,
racing it.
rental. Driving like a rental. I like that. I believe that was a 5169 of Brenna.
Brenna Goodwin.
Oh, that's Goodwin. Okay, Brenna Goodwin and Brandon Goodwin in that 4800 car out of Belfair, Washington with Jensen Brothers, Certified Hydraulics, Tacoma Hydraulics, Kitsap Customs, Harbor Freight, Belfair Grounds, Central Welding, Ramrod Vinyl Works, East Coast Gear Supply, and Phenom Transfer Case. Good to see Brenna Goodwin and her husband Brandon. They kind of switched driver seats on us. It looks like it's Brenna's turn for the Big Sky 200, presented by Throttle Down Customs.
Miss Brenna is moving through as she works her way through the qualifying course. Is this the elevated power sports qualifying course?
Elevated Power Sports
Okay.
Qualifying, yep.
Awesome. And our UTV is making his way back through the start finish, getting close, coming through some of the little roller jumps as he works his way. We've got 87 of you joining us on YouTube right now, and we've got a shout out to Scott Roberts. It's awesome to see him out here. I haven't seen him in a long
Got
time.
a lot more
so.
comments on yours than I'd have on mine.
Oh, we've got Let's Go Tibbet Boys, of course, and Let's Go PNW Crew. Miles is
There you
refreshing
go.
his.
I had to refresh
There
mine.
you
Must have
go.
been froze, so yeah. Great
I
to
wonder
see
if we got
everybody out
stuff.
here. Let us know where you're tuning in from.
Yeah.
Got some Pacific Northwest fans. There's a big group of them out there, and
Yes.
you know they know how to party.
Oh, absolutely.
242 by
Wow.
Bob Toom. So very solid run in that Zollinger car.
We got a Let's Go Tanner.
Better than a rental car for a race car.
Grizz is saying nothing better than a rental when you're racing. So
I'm assuming.
up next is Jonathan Nelson, the 4909 with Rich Goldman or Casey Wright riding shotgun, and that 2022 Mavar out of Missoula, Montana. And he says no one's silly enough to sponsor him.
Oh.
He's a good dude.
He's a cool dude for sure.
Yeah, he's been racing with Rich Goldman and the Trophy Wife and the 4400 Bomber off and on, and he stepped up, got his own car, and now they're both having fun.
Oh, that is awesome. Once you get the bug, you can't get rid of it.
Oh, it's hard.
It is so tough to shake. And we've got Brenna getting ready to come through the start finish here on that last little straightaway. Dallas is doing an awesome job. Look at the zoom.
Yeah, the zoom
So
is
wicked.
incredible.
Look at that
Brennan
shot.
Goodwin.
That is sick.
And she is flying. We'll get a time for her
309.
with a 309. Very solid run by Brenna Goodwin.
Woo.
And look at the lineup we have. Still lots of cars yet to come. And the Montana drone is going to land and swap some batteries. And there's
We got a viewer from Lake Havasu.
nice.
Let's Go Thumbs Up Racing. Watching from Speed Mob, go Scotty Roberts. We're all rooting for Scotty. He has the coolest car. Let's Go Tin Man, Matson Racing. So exciting.
And speaking about Jeremy Brown, he should have Starstream that we'll get to watch tomorrow. So I'm excited to see how that comes together.
That'll be
Sean
sweet.
Kelly's tuned in.
I know that Casey was working on putting some Starstream, but that was last season. I haven't heard anything about this year. Waiting for this other drone to get back in the air so we can keep showing you guys some qualifying footage. Qualifying's a fun one to watch because it goes so quick.
Qualifying's great.
Yes.
This coverage of Yellowstone off-road racing for the Big Sky 200 qualifying is presented by Throttle Down Customs and brought to you by our official sponsors: Dust Pods, Corbin Custom Works, Dakota Alignment and Frame, and by CW Auto Services. And Dallas with Montana Drone is back in the air, and we are about to watch John Nelson take off. And he takes off like a rocket. Those MAV-Rs are very, very distinct.
And fast. Oh my goodness. Jonathan Nelson in the 4909 car with Casey Wright riding shotgun in his 22 Maverick R. He is cruising through here. Look at the dust just rippling up. We're starting to get a little bit more of a breeze to kind of knock it out of the way, but they've decided to leave them running one at a time. Do you see him go through that G out? Those suckers will get ya. And then there is Sheridan Adams in the 1600 class. In the 1603 car out of Billings, Montana with AJ's Diesel, Yellowstone Bank, Grandpa Dean, and Grizz, of course. She's been running that single-seater for such a long time, and it's great to see her still out and going.
And I had to step out for just a moment. Who just took off? Was that
Sheridan Adams.
Oh, Sheridan Adams.
Yep.
1600. That's Grizz's daughter.
Yep, his youngest.
So far, so good. Oh, looks like Brittany's tuned in, rooting on Johnny Valadez. And speaking about Johnny Valadez, he has his wife, Shelby, riding shotgun for the first time. He finally found a good co-driver. I was giving Aaron a hard time about that. Aaron Kaiser's just normal co-driver, but he said he wanted to put his wife in there and talk about a relationship building 101. Get in a race car with your significant other as we're chasing down Sheridan Adams in that 1600 VW powered machine.
Props to the people that can do it, though.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Grandpa Dean and Grizz help her a lot in the shop get that car going, and that looks like we flip back over to Jonathan Nelson, and look at the speed difference between the MAV-R and the 1600.
That dirt is getting soft. Look at how
it's
slidey
talcum
it is.
powder. Get a little sideways
gosh.
there, Jonathan Nelson.
Oh, man.
And I got a visual. Looks like we got another 15. Oh, they're way down the road.
They are. They've got a lineup.
We've got 20 or 30 still yet to come.
Quite a few.
233 for Jonathan Nelson.
235.
No,
Big place.
So that puts him in 5th place.
We've had 24 cars.
Oh, we're only about a third way in the qualifying. So they were lined up a little further out of my screen than I saw as we're back flipped onto Sheridan Adams. I'll flip over to the start line and look how dusty it is. He's just patiently awaiting.
We've got starting to get kind of a breeze, but I feel like it's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's blowing it directly in here. They're going to wait for Miss Sheridan Adams to come back through on that straightaway, just so if anything happens, there's no chance that she could end up on his side of the track or he could end up on her side.
Yeah, better
Just a
safe than
safety
sorry.
thing. Yep. So we're just gonna wait for her to hit that straightaway, and then we'll be dropping this next car.
Again, can't give Yellowstone Off-Road Racing crew enough credit. Aaron and Grizz at the helm with Don and Dean, Cody Carmen, Ethan Truman, and the entire team. So thanks to all the volunteers, the staff, the media, the safety crew, the spectators, and especially the racers. And there is a donation box at registration, and that's to help feed all the volunteers at all the races. So if you come through, you see that box, throw a little cash in there, and if there's enough cash at the end of the year at Columbus, they're going to feed everybody they can.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
342.
342 for Sheridan Adams.
They definitely couldn't do this without all of their volunteers. Those guys are out there from sun up to sundown, just excited. When you see them come back at the end of the day, they are black. It probably takes them 20 minutes to get that dirt off, but they have the biggest smile. Their teeth are caked in it. You know they're chewing on it.
So here goes the 1018 of Anthony Ice Cream Taylor with James the ringleader Robler in that 2004 Wrangler out of Lake Bay, Washington. He's got Tacoma Hydraulics, Certified Hydraulics, All-Terrain Painting and Repair, Kimball's Handsome Detailing, and Harbor Freight, one of my favorite sponsors.
Gotta have Harbor Freight in there. Heck yeah. For all you Scott Robert fans, he is next to be taken off the line here.
Scott Roberts, all right. That's a cool old Bronco.
Yeah, he's been racing with Y.O.R.R for a long time.
See, that's why it's good to have you in here, Shelby. Thanks for all your help.
There's just, it's exciting to see all the OG Y.O.R.R guys back out here again. I feel like this is going to be another hoorah.
Oh, yeah.
With Monty Tibbetts.
So Scott Roberts and Tim Wagner in that 1966 beautiful Ford Bronco out of Whitewood, South Dakota. And he's got to thank his bank account. Because we all know racing is expensive.
Didn't his dad race that car back in the day?
Oh, Aaron's telling me that his dad may have raced that car
so.
back in the day. That's
His
cool.
dad did race that car.
I think they've had that in their family for quite a long
Chris
time.
said yes, his dad did race
Yeah.
that car back in the day. So that's really cool.
Is this Aaron Kane up next, I believe?
Oh, I don't know. Aaron might give him a run for his money.
He's a good old boy that he likes
He
to
doesn't
throw
even
down.
have a cell phone.
He does have a cell phone, but
A
it's a
flip
flip phone.
Got
I had to help
it.
him find it one night.
Oh.
Can't remember if that was here in Sturgis, maybe Columbus. I don't know.
Oh no. We've got Mr. Anthony Taylor on the screen. Oh wait, that may not be Anthony Taylor.
No, that is Scott Roberts, I believe.
Nope.
No, that is
Scott's
Anthony Taylor. You are correct.
Okay, yeah.
We have
He
Anthony
is
Taylor
flying.
and Scott Roberts out on the course, but Anthony Ice Cream Taylor really sending it out there on the Elevated Power Sports Qualifier.
Coming back through that elevated power sports start-finish line, so he can head straight back up to the hill, up to the pits, go get something to eat, something to drink.
And he is all over the throttle completely to the start-finish.
239.
With a 239, very solid run in a 4500 modified car.
Here comes Scott Roberts getting ready to go through another floater. There we go. Get a little bit of air. Coming under the rims there. Sometimes you can see the spectators, but
Mike can see him.
that's where most of the people are sitting up there watching. That's the
That
best seat in the house.
spectator rim is amazing, as long as you look out for rattlesnakes.
Yes.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Be watching for snakes, especially this time of year.
Well, isn't that rattlesnake corner right there?
Oh, we do have Rattlesnake Corner right here in the Elevated Power Sports qualifying run.
Yep. We had a RS1. It was a Leech in a
Flipped
single
over.
seat razor.
And flipped over, was upside down, and a rattlesnake ended up in the car with her, if I remember right.
With him, yeah. I
Yeah.
crawled right on the seat when they went to flip it over. He went to go.
It was in the seat.
Yeah, I went to go
244.
get back in.
244 for Scott Roberts.
That is not a surprise that I would want to see.
So up next is the T976 of Aaron Kane with Mike Georgeson in that 2022 Maverick R out of Columbus, Montana, getting ready to take off. And you can see the start finish right there, just like we can. A complete dust cloud.
Oh my gosh, it is just near gray out here. It's like a whiteout.
The dust is gnarly. There it comes into screen.
Woofta. I don't think it's even that clear looking through the trailer.
It's like there's a breeze, no breeze. Breeze, no breeze.
Yeah. I think the dust just likes playing tricks on us.
Looks like Danielle Wagner is tuned in, and Joel Brazil. Rooting on Nancy Racing. And there goes Aaron Kane. And he is off and running strong. Checks up just a little bit for that first little G out.
Man, he is pushing too. Got another Maverick R getting ready to go. We've had quite
Jeremy
a few.
Brown, it is.
Yes.
Thumbs Up Racing. And it has been busy for qualifying. Thank you, everybody here on site and back at home. I am Miles Hasquist, joined in the T&E studio by Shelby MacDonald for the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200.
We're so glad to have you back again. I know we missed you for Powell, but it's good to see you for a little bit, even though you got to boogie back as soon as you can after this race is over.
We got our next Ultra 4 USA race in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee at Adventure Off-Road Park next weekend. So I get a full 24 hours at home before we boogie back out. But, you know, life's good, life's busy, you just keep on rolling with it.
There you go. Got to keep going because life doesn't stop. We're getting more and more cars lined up, getting ready to start qualifying over there. I feel like they boomed all of a sudden.
And I see some clouds starting to roll in a little bit. Or it's the dust hanging, I'm not sure. But Aaron Kane's trying to catch old Caleb Rupp's time of a 2:22.
And Casey Welty, is he still in our second place with the second fastest lap?
I believe so. Casey Welty
with a 2:26.
With a 2:26, that is the number 2 spot right now.
There goes Aaron Kane under those rims, those spectator rims. If you guys are in the area, come on out. It is such a good time. Watch for snakes, but that is the best spot in the house, next to the big jump, the big premier alignment jump on the other side of the pits.
And it's only $20 for the weekend. Kids 12 and under are free. Looks like Campana Racing is tuned in. They've got a couple racers this weekend.
Yeah, and I think they're adding a third one.
Oh,
in Sturgis.
nice.
That's what I've been
Aaron Kane flying through.
232.
With a 2:32. I thought that was going to be a little bit faster, but still a very solid run. That's going to put him in the top 5 right now.
Oh my goodness. It's crazy how close those guys are all hitting. I don't know if you heard, Miles, but in Powell we had the difference between the youth racers was 1/100th of a second.
Oh, less than a blink of an eye. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. No, no kidding.
Yeah. Because we can't do that with a photo finish.
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
Thank God for timing. Erin does an amazing job of timing. She wears all the hats.
Yes.
And then has to babysit Grizz as well.
Yeah.
That's the hardest one.
Uh-oh.
So that 824 of Jeremy Brown taking off in his Mav R.
I think it's a Pro R.
Oh, it is a Pro R. It sounded like a Mav R, but I've got Pro R in my sheets.
Oh, maybe it's a Mav R.
It shifted.
Oh, yeah, he did get a new one. I forgot.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's in a Mav R out of Loveland, Colorado with Thumbs Up Racing. Wants to give a shout out to Stacy Brown, CT Raceworks, First Armored Services, Method Wheels, and Tensor Tires.
Checking up for that gnarly G out. We've had a couple guys that didn't quite slow down enough, and it looked a little sketchy in there.
And during the race tomorrow for the Dust Pod 12-hour, Jeremy Brown will have Starstream. I missed that number, 59. 5825.
I'm so blind, Miles. I forgot my contacts this morning.
Whoops. Let me flip through here just a minute.
Got blue.
Oh, that is Tanner Matson out of Oakville, Washington, with rugged radios, Sandcraft, Method Wheels, Tensor Tires, Wilcox and Flegel, and Hen Racing.
We've got a few guys on YouTube that are cheering on the Matson Racing, so here's
Perfect.
your guy. Pay close attention. No, I'm just kidding. There'll be a test later.
We better not. I don't feel that one.
You're more prepared than I am. What do you mean? Oh, man. This dust is just thick out here, and Jeremy Brown is absolutely flying.
Yeah, he is putting it down right now. I can't wait for Starstream tomorrow during the Dust Pod 12-hour with over $15,000 on the line. And look at Jeremy Brown just flat-footing. I mean, they're 80 miles an hour plus right there.
Gotta be, yeah. For sure.
And this is why qualifying is going to be so important, because look how thick that dust is. That clean air up front is going to be a huge advantage.
Yeah, coming up on something in that dust is not going to be in anybody's advantage unless you're ahead of them.
223. So a 223, 1 second behind Caleb Rupp. So our new second fastest of the day is Jeremy Brown with Thumbs Up Racing. Kim Panama Racing's tuned in, saying, yeah, dang, he's 1 second off Caleb Rupp.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, new second place, Jeremy Brown.
We've got the 722 car next, sitting here waiting.
I believe that's Eric Rohr.
Yep.
Be taken off now, or next, but still out there on screen is Tanner Matson. Lots of great qualifying action for the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200. This is at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway, thanks to Warren Ketchum letting us play on his 10,000-acre private ranch.
And I see that Tanner's got 2 spares. I wonder if a lot of guys aren't carrying their full weight so that they're going a little faster during qualifying.
And that's a strategy right there. So a 301 for Tanner Matson.
Look at all these cars lined up. Dallas is doing such a great job showing us. We've got Eric Rohr getting ready to go take off the line.
And just like that, Dallas is going to land, switch batteries, and we'll be back in action. Thanks again to Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Base Camp Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, T&E Cat, and Throttle Down Customs. Couldn't be racing here with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing without each and every one of those sponsors.
Our Y.O.R.R people have been absolutely working their butt off, trying to get some new sponsors and get some more money for the racers to get even more people out here. I never thought I'd see the day where they had over 100, but now it's been consistent for almost 3 years now. That's crazy.
Pretty impressive.
Starting with only a few cars at just a handful at the very beginning. We're getting a drone back up in the air so we can watch Mr. Eric Rohr take off here in a second.
And we are back in action thanks to Montana Drone Company. Dallas is our drone pilot. We'll have 3 drones for the rest of the weekend. And there goes Eric Rohr in his Turbo R X3 out of Rapid City, South Dakota, with Pokorny Chiropractic, Rapid City, Black River Contracting, The Wave Detailing, Bismarck, Rohrco Design out of Rapid City. So Eric Rohr out there ripping and riding.
good to see him back moving. I'm pretty sure we saw him in Powell. He had a pretty good race as far as I remember. Powell had a lot of casualties though. It was a pretty tough one. It was eating cars left and right. It ate Caleb Rupp for a minute.
Yeah, which is not usual.
But coming back from King of the Hammers and all the other ones, lots of axle issues is what Aaron's saying. Yeah, there was tons. So many. And shocks. Busting shocks and axles and tires and wheels.
And talking with the racers that are out there pre-running today, they're saying this course is starting to get a little tore up, so I think we're going to see some high attrition Friday and on Saturday.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Especially that 12-hour race
Oh, my
presented by
goodness.
Dust Pods. That's going to be a long day in the office for those guys and gals.
And you guys.
Yeah, and us too.
But hey, I love it. Can't get enough of it.
That's why you're here, right?
Yeah,
Coming
exactly.
back. Eric Rohr flying through the air. Looks like he's done this a couple times.
Anthony Martinez is asking Randy to do a rain dance for tonight, but I don't see any rain coming until possibly Saturday. We'll see what shakes out.
There's a cloud right here, but I don't think it's doing anything.
Well,
Yeah.
my weather app doesn't say it's doing much.
At least the sun's not beating on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eric Rohr pushing hard in qualifying, but still the fastest of the day is Caleb Rupp with a 2:22. But not
That's
far behind
insane.
him is Jeremy Brown with a 2:23.
That is insane.
So less than 1 second splits Caleb Rupp and Jeremy Brown.
0.697, actually.
Oh,
Point-
0.697 tenths of a
Wow.
second. Wow.
235.
And a 2:35 for Eric Rohr.
We've got
Jacob
Martinez.
Michaels?
Oh, McAllis.
McAllis. I'm gonna
He's in
check.
I
1,000
think-
production.
He's in 1,000%. Okay, so he's in a totally different class.
Yep.
Okay.
He's in 1,000 production.
In 1,000 production class out of JD out of Billings.
Out of
Montana.
Billings, Montana, with J.D. Burton sharing co-driving duties with Will Cummings in the XP 1000 production with Base Camp Polaris, one of our sponsors as well.
Yes, get out and
He's
go.
going to do the 12-hour too.
Oh, wow. Doing the Big Sky 200 with Yellowstone for points and the Dust Pods 12-hour.
That's gonna be a long day.
First season race.
And it's their first season racing, Aaron's telling us.
He works at the. That's good.
We're actually seeing quite a few Polarises out there, but for as far as the Can-Ams go, I feel like all of those guys have moved up to the Maverick R.
This is
Yeah.
wild. We need to freeze a little bit. I can't even see where the car is at all. All I see is nothing.
There's a shot of Johnny Valadez getting ready to take off. We're going to switch right back to Jacob McAllis.
Raindrops.
Oh, hearing there's a couple raindrops. That'd be perfect timing.
Kind of knock some dust down. It's hanging just right now.
And Dallas is taking a little bit of cover, and here's the rain starting to deal. But I assume as long as it doesn't pick up too much, you'll stay in the air, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. But yeah, Dallas with Montana Drone Company has done an amazing job building the production here with Yellowstone Off-Road. So it's been a lot of fun working with him. And then tomorrow will be Dallas and Matt Holt bringing you the live action. We'll have 3 live drones on course. We'll have a couple of stick cameras, and we'll have tracking and timing. So it's going to be make for some great racing. Starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for the Dust Pods 12-hour UTV race.
Jordan Rupp is asking how long the line is. It looks like it's pretty long, girl.
I think you still got another 20 plus cars, so you can sit tight for a little bit.
Yeah, you've got some time.
I heard Aaron had a heated chair. I do.
We have Nick Mason driving Cody Piscatelli's car, the 2975.
Somebody's asking about Nick Mason. Not quite sure who that, where they are in line, but they'll be coming up
They'll
shortly.
be in Piscatelli's car, I believe.
Yeah.
There you go, Jordan. Come.
Perfect.
Johnny Valdez.
What was that last car?
3 minutes in.
3 minutes even for Jacob McCallis. And then Johnny Valadez, part of the 4800 class, is taking off in the 1717 with his wife Shelby Valadez riding shotgun in that 2022 Bomber fabrication car out of Agua Dulce, California with North-South Machinery, Mickey Thompson Tires, Trail Ready Beadlocks, Yukon Gear and Axle, and Radflow Shocks. Johnny Valadez runs best in the desert. He runs Ultra 4, he runs Yellowstone, he runs a little bit of everything. This guy brings his whole family. His daughter Hunter Valadez runs a lot of the Youth 170 races.
Wow.
So they
awesome.
always come out and have a great time.
Did he bring his son out this time?
Daughter, actually.
Daughter?
Yeah, she's racing.
Yeah,
Oh, she is?
yeah,
Okay.
racing.
We just had Nick Mason take off the line in Piscatelli's car, in Cody Piscatelli's car. For
What
those of
number
you that
was
were
that?
asking, the 2975 car.
That's what I like her.
Yeah, Nick Mason, the 2975. Is he racing for Piscatelli?
They're sharing driving duties for the 12 hours. So.
Okay, so he can qualify as long as he starts or finishes. I gotcha. So Nick Mason is out there sharing driving duties with Cody Piscatelli in that X3 out of Spokane Valley, Washington, with Pryotech, Vital Motion Company suspension, Blaze Racing Services, Tensor, Union Graphics Company, and Hen Racing. And that is a hand controls driven machine. So
That's
the gas and the
insane.
brake is ran by your left hand, you're steering with the right,
Oh,
but still
man.
making it happen. But it looks
Cody
like
was telling us how tired he gets running, and I can't
Oh.
even imagine.
it's tough enough
Oh,
with your feet.
man. Yeah, no kidding. And you got 2 pedals.
So Johnny Valadez on the Montana drone right there on your screen.
It looks like he's screaming, too. Did you say we're getting close to halfway?
I would say we're pretty close to the halfway mark
A
for
third,
qualifying.
halfway?
Yeah, probably halfway right now.
There we go. I really think there's going to be quite a few guys that just don't qualify. Start to hang.
You're looking at time for Johnny Valadez with a 2:42, very, very respectful time. So Nick Mason, the California Cowboy, is out there making it happen. And he's got a fan base. Sean, Derek, everybody's rooting on Nick Mason. Thanks, Adita FPV, for chatting in. Great to be here. So Nick Mason putting it down on that old X3. He'll be
Getting a little sideways coming through there.
sharing driving duties with Cody Piscatelli. I butchered that name 100 times last year, but on the
So
way
did
here, I practiced multiple times.
We got you, Cody. We're coming in hot this year. We're ready.
We think.
We think. Just your name, though. Nobody else.
432.
232, so that's top 10, I believe.
Yeah. Top 3, 4.
I'm manually writing it down. Usually I have a...
Come on, Miles. Let's go.
There goes the 115.
I'm in a UTV 1000 production car.
That's Tanner
Palacios.
Palacios. Perfect. And that Kawasaki KRX out of Rock Springs, Wyoming with Repair Tech.
We got to see Tanner in Powell, so it's good to see him back out there going again in Broadview at the Big Sky 200.
So Tanner Palacios and part of the UTV 1000 production. But a great run by Nick Mason.
That was a fantastic run. These guys are getting faster, these side-by-sides. Golly.
As the Montana drones chasing down Tanner Palacios. And look at the zoom on that. Absolutely picture perfect. And that is the 406 of Travis Nelson. He's in the 12 hour, so switching through here. Travis Nelson and that Can-Am X3 out of Helena, Montana with Some Fear Racing with Highland Motorsports and Early Bird Cafe.
We've seen Travis for quite a few seasons, and Travis used to have a truck when I was running, at least. And before I was running, and now...
Race like the old Rocco, right?
They had that red one.
Heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yep. Columbus when they finished with the Buddha and they were looking through their back.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome to see him out here. I am curious to why he switched to the side-by-side. Maybe just wanted something a little different, but I love seeing him out here regardless, and it's awesome that he's going for the 12-hour.
Oh, yeah, the 12-hour. I mean, if you're here, why not?
Do you know what the 12-hour count is? How many cars?
25, if I remember right. Let me...
25, what's first place pay, Miles?
Yeah, so there's 25 in the 12-hour, and I believe first place will get between 8 and 9 grand. There's
Oh
15.
my gosh.
We have $3 more $1,000.
Oh, so, well, I can't do that quick math. So, shy of 10 grand goes to the winner.
Holy smokes.
How crazy is that? So,
That
we're
is
up to almost 18 grand?
We're at 18.
Wow.
Just got the text message.
There's money's still rolling in. I love it. I know Montana Tire chipped in recently.
3 Peaks Drilling is the one that...
Three Peaks Drilling's the one that really stepped up. And we'll get a time for Tanner Palacios is a 2:57.
We've got so many side-by-sides left to go yet.
They're definitely getting mixed up now.
Travis Nelson still pushing hard through here. Getting ready to come through another corner. This one's got some bumps as you coming into it, but it smooths out a little bit coming out. As he's getting ready to go through the elevated power sports start finish so that they can send off the U999 of Austin Campana.
Yeah, Austin Campana.
251.
A 251 for Travis Nelson. So Campana Racing's been tuned in. Here goes Austin getting ready to take off in the M999. I've got M99 on my sheet, but I see U999. We'll get that squared away later.
I think they have to change it for the mint.
I gotcha.
Yo.
So with Christian Campana riding shotgun and that Turbo Y.O.R.R Razor out of Fountain, Colorado with MPPP and Method race wheels.
Austin Campana was the winner of the Mint 400 in his class. I think he won it. I could be wrong. Marcy, please correct me because now I can't remember. I know that Christian, it was one of his highlights of racing. It was so exciting to see.
Now see the 602 with Squad Racing lined up.
They've got a Passel out here.
Yeah, and would that be in the 1600 class? I don't see him on my list.
They may be in the stock or comp class. For which?
I don't have him down, but I believe that's Jacob Shade. Or he's part of squad racing at least.
Mm-hmm.
As we're watching Austin Campana. Numbers 999. Hey, Aaron, you know who's in the 602 coming up next? Is that Jacob Shade with Squad Racing?
It's Sydney. Oh, it's the girl. Huckfeld. Sydney Huckfeld.
Sydney Hutfeld.
Are they not on your sheet? I didn't print it for you. Sorry.
That's okay.
Uh-oh, and I just heard the old bug die for just a moment.
Here comes Austin Campana, still cruising.
Oh, it's 600.
602. I have it probably wrong on my list.
Oh, I got
But there
it.
was
So,
600
okay.
before. So
Oh.
602.
Fixed, found it.
Sorry.
All good. Erin's always keeping us on. And again, she's wearing 12 hats, but making it all happen.
Yes.
As Austin Campana is still pushing strong. And I believe that's his dad riding with him, right?
The dad's driving.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, Christian's
Christian's
right.
his son.
Yes. Yep.
Sorry.
You'll hear Christian called 10 a lot.
10, all right.
Yep.
244 for Austin Campana. And there goes Sydney Hatfield. So Sydney Huckfeld with Mary Shade riding shotgun in that 1972 Bug
I
out of
love
Cheyenne,
this.
Wyoming with NRG and SD lighting. So still the fastest of the day for the qualifying here in the Elevated Power Sports qualifier. For the Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 is still Caleb Rupp. And not far off is Jeremy Brown. Less than 1 second splits the two.
That 1600 class is starting to grow a little bit
Yeah,
too.
it's pretty fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney getting a little slideways there, but keeps her under control. Part of Squad Racing. I know Jacob Shade with Squad Racing. He's raced Ultra 4 off and on for quite some time, so it's really cool to see the crossover between Ultra 4 and Yellowstone Off-Road Racing.
And I didn't see their side-by-side, so I wonder if they're not qualifying?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm curious. I was kind of looking back, wondering where they were. It looks like we're getting quite a few trucks getting ready to come through now. Gotta love the 1600 class. Yes, we love the 1600 class. Those guys absolutely go through it. It's like riding a freaking BB in a boxcar, but they do so well. Those guys love the crazy. Oof.
And we have Zach Ablock getting ready to take off here in just a moment. Part of Pier Sports Center, our presenting sponsor for the Buffalo Chip 100 here in just about a month. So our next race is the Pier Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 in Sturgis, South Dakota, July 18th and 19th. And we will see you there.
Sturgis is just about a month away from tomorrow. We've got Grizz coming in to visit us.
How's
I
it
know
going,
you
Grizz?
missed us.
Good. Just trying to manage the dust and the people. It's
Full-time job, isn't it?
yeah, we're trying to give everybody a fair shot with as least dust, but the wind will pick up. We're good. Then it'll just stop.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
it just hangs.
But it's off-road racing. We deal with it.
Yep.
Oh well.
Cody's doing an excellent job out there trying to manage it, keep people going. So
You got a great team, Grizz.
yeah.
Thanks for letting me
you
be a
have
part
no
of it.
idea. These guys put in so much work, so it's awesome.
Here comes Sydney Huckfeld coming through, getting ready to come through the start-finish line here.
All right, so
The girls'
Sydney will get a
team.
time. 3:25 for Sydney Hudspeth.
There
And off
goes
the
Zach
line there is
Ablott.
Doing his switch.
Oh.
Oh well.
So Zach Ablott with Elise and Herman in that 1971 F-150 out of Blunt, South Dakota with Pierce Sports Center, Blackhawk Marine, Ablott Motorsports, and Loden Kid Racing.
Do you remember him proposing at
Yes,
Sturgis?
where was that? Sturgis.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Got
awesome.
his fiance riding
That was
shotgun.
during awards, if I remember that right.
Yes.
13.
I'm getting some information that Austin Campana won the Mint 400 in the stock class by 40 minutes.
That's pretty impressive. And off the line there was Stephen Mortson, the number 1313, in that Turbo S Polaris out of Ammon, Idaho, with Money Shot Cornhall. Side-by-side outlet of Idaho Falls, Ibex, and Conrad and Bischoff. Jimmy Snow's tuned in, wishes he was here again. And Montana Drone is back in.
You gotta love the community out here at Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. I know that those Maryland guys were a little bit worried that they wouldn't have anybody to help them pit, but rest assured that as soon as you guys get out here, somebody will be jumping in to help you. They'll see your car come in, see two guys out there, and then pretty soon there's a herd of 8 or 9 of them.
I love that. You know, in the rugged pits, you'll see somebody come in, and everybody from all around will come check on them, see what they need, any help, and that's what the off-road community is all about. You know, birds of a feather flock together. If they need help, they're here to make it happen. As Zach Ablott is making some great time out there in that Pierce Sports Center machine.
On his way out to the Powell race, they're about 15 minutes out of Powell, rolling in the dark. He hit a bear.
A bear?
Yeah.
You can't say that very often.
A grizzly bear.
Grizzly or a black bear?
A grizzly.
Whoa!
Yep.
That's pretty gnarly. So here comes Zach Ablott. You can hear that horsepower singing. 239 for Zach Ablott. Again, we will be posting all these on the social media later on this afternoon, this evening. We've been qualifying for almost 2 hours for the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing here at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway, and we are live from the T&E studio. Again, I am Miles Hasquist. Alongside me is Mrs. Shelby McDonald. And I hope you guys back at home and here on site are having as much fun as we are.
We are in a complete whiteout back again, but we're doing good, having fun.
A 250 for Stephen Meyerson.
That was so quiet compared to the last track.
And here comes Sean Romano up next.
With Tenacious Racing. We got to meet them in Powell as well, and this is such a great crew.
So Sean Romano in his Can-Am out of Elbert, Colorado with Tax Services LLC, Barking Irons, and 719 Shine. And again, it's still Caleb Rupp's show of the day with that 222. Just about less than 1 second ahead of Jeremy Brown. Saw Stacy tuned into the chat. Thanks for checking us out. And man, Jeremy put on a great show. Right there neck and neck with Caleb Rupp.
Those Maverick R's are just so fast, and you can definitely see who's running them and who's not. But come the 12-hour, it's not going to matter how fast you're pushing. It's if you're still surviving.
Yeah, to finish first you must finish. That was Rusty Nail, I believe, the 4955. Oh, 4985 of Jared McGee out of Eaton, with Eaton Nissen riding shotgun, and that Turbo Y.O.R.R out of Watkins, Colorado, with Rusty Nail Racing, Schaefer Oil, Warren Winches, Rigid Lighting, Metal FX Wheels, Sandcraft Motorsports, CT Raceworks, Adrenaline Driven Motorsports. And fun story, I got delayed on my flight out here, and bumped into Bobby Lindgren at the airport, and we chatted on the way here, and he said, yeah, I got Jared McGee's going to come pick me up. And I was like, well, I'll tell Grizz to stay at the track if you already got a ride. So huge shout out to Bobby Lindgren and Jared McGee, and Ron Madden ended up running around with them a little bit and got out to the track late last night. And again, that's what the off-road family's all about, is helping people out.
That is awesome. So I'm so glad that you were able to make some your friends to come out and help everybody out. Yeah, poor Miles. You had one heck of a travel day yesterday.
It could always be worse, that's for sure.
This is true.
It's part of it.
And we're all happy to see you.
Oh, and Tyler's keeping us up with Combustion Syndicate. He said Austin is driving his daughter Emily, is going to co-pilot since Tin is racing his own car. Austin and Tin won the Mint 400 in the stock class by 40 minutes. Oh, so you got that text. I got it updated on YouTube.
Yeah. Sorry, Tyler. I'm slacking.
No, all good. So we should get a time for Sean Romano here in just a moment.
Sean Romano is good buddies with
241
Campana Racing, so they kind of hang together, and it's awesome to see because those two teams just help each other.
I'm pretty sure he finished second at the Mint, and Cody finished first in their class.
Oh.
I helped him for that when I was down there. That was cool.
That is sweet. Jared McGee is still cruising, getting ready to come through the last couple corners. There's a decent G out right here that you have to really check up for before you hit this corner, which honestly might not be a bad thing because there's not much of a berm holding you in there if you hit it too hard.
But Jared McGee is pushing strong for Rusty Nail Racing. So we'll have a time for him shortly as he heads towards the TDK finish line.
250.
A 2.50 for Jared McGee. Very, very solid run.
These side-by-sides are all landing pretty consistently together. I'm impressed. We're waiting for this dust to kind of get out of the road here so we can let some more cars go through.
Man, that dust is gnarly.
You can see it just kind of hanging here at the start line, blocking our cameras.
And here goes the 5680 of Mitchell Bartles with TJ Lynch in his Turbo Y.O.R.R out of Elizabeth, Colorado, with Adrenaline Driven Motorsports and M80 Excavating.
And I remember seeing them out of Powell, so it's awesome to see that maybe they're chasing some points and coming back to join us here in Broadview. We have some awesome aerial footage with the drones from Montana Drone Company by Dallas over here. He is killing it so that we can show all of you what's going on during this qualifying track. And that's
the 777 of Giovanni Polanco in that 1999 Toyota Pre-Runner out of Billings, Montana. He wants to thank his family, JP Drywall. Looking for anyone who wants to sponsor and improve his team, he would thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you. So I believe a quick count, that's our 43rd car off the line.
Holy smokes.
At this elevated power sports qualifier.
I hope we're halfway through.
Yeah. There's still a pretty good line. I'm going to say there's still 15 to 20 in line.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have Thomas Hackman getting ready to take off here shortly. I love chatting with him. He's
And the Nacho Racing.
great character of the sport for sure.
He's got stickers on his roof, Thomas Hackman does, that are exclamation marks, and every time he finishes a race, he gets an exclamation mark.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
I love it.
So when you see him on Saturday, you better be out there counting them, because he's starting to get quite a string on top.
Some of the people are watching the live feed in the pits, waiting till the line goes down to come to qualify.
Ah.
I just got a message about it.
Aaron's keeping us up the loop that you guys in the pits are watching on YouTube. Thanks for checking us out. But I'd start heading down this way here in a little bit. Like I said, I see probably about 15 cars, so you don't want to miss your qualifying spot.
Yeah.
But I understand getting a good show and not getting in your race suit quite yet.
It's definitely warm out there, so I don't blame you for not wanting to sit out there for a while.
So we have Mitchell Bartels and Giovanni Polanco out on course.
Mitchell's getting ready to come through that start-finish line here.
242.
A 242
Wow.
for Mitchell Bartels. So that's a very solid run. So I assume Thomas Hackman will be taking off here shortly. But out on course right now is Giovanni Polanco.
He was fun to watch in Powell too, especially coming through the jumps. It just floats so well. And if you are in the area and you want to come out and spectate, you should definitely go back to the premier alignment jump behind the
Yeah.
pits. If you're coming out to spectate, absolutely be here for the start of the race at 10 a.m.
That's
tomorrow.
going to be a cinder.
Oh, heck yeah. That is going to be sweet. It'll be almost the best place in the house next to the rims. You can't convince me the rims aren't the best spot. Look at all those spectators out there.
Yeah, what a great shot. That's kind of where registration is at the top. You can see the little circus tent. That's where Aaron was camped out all day doing registration. And just a beautiful landscape here in Big Sky Country on Warren Ketchum's private 10,000-acre ranch. Again, a huge shout out to him and his entire family for letting us come out and play. What a great, great family. If you're just tuning in, this is the 2025 Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200 here at the Old Cow Pie Motor Speedway. We're at the Elevated Power Sports Qualifier. This is a 1.8-mile loop, and they are giving it their gold. And right now, the man to beat of the day is Caleb Rupp with a 222.
331.
And a 331 for Giovanni Polanco.
We've got Mr. Thomas Hackman getting ready to go here.
And
They're
that
gonna
old
wait.
Dodge Ram Charger.
Oh, that thing is sick.
And I hear him loading up. So the 423 of Thomas Hackman and Edgar Matuska and that 82 Dodge Ram Charger out of Rapid City, South Dakota. With Dirty Bird's Drive Shaft of St. Louis, Thirsty's Burgers and Beers, Hackman Trucking out of Medford, Oregon, and Brandy McKenzie Photography. And he does a lot of stuff. He'll hand out pins and stickers to kids, and
Yeah.
it's great. If you come on out, it's only $20 a day, or $20
whole
for the
thing.
weekend. Kids 12 and under are 3. We got multiple food trucks. We have ice for sale on site until it runs out, and then you can roam the pits. And a lot of these race car drivers will let the kids sit in the race cars.
Yeah.
Come on out, make friends. Everybody's great
Come
here
take
at Yellowstone.
pictures, just come meet some people. You never know who you're going to meet. You can see those exclamation marks on top. Oh my gosh, I can't even count that many while he's moving.
Well, he's doing good.
He's doing awesome. I think he was the stock class champion last year.
I believe so.
Yeah, so it's awesome that he's been out here for a few seasons now and just keeps coming back, keeps growing his team, and keeps growing his following too. So it's awesome to see that he's still out here traveling all the way from South Dakota.
Yeah, Rapid City. So
Yep.
not too far from our Pier Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100.
And you're bringing your whole crew to...
We're going to come a week early. We're going to go see Mount Rushmore, do whatever
heck yeah.
the girls want to do. And then Jade, Ella, and Bailey will be at the Pier Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100, and they are excited.
That'll be such a great
They
one.
wanted to come back for the Ultra 4 race at Sturgis, but that's during bike week, and I told the girls, a little too wild
That
for
might
you.
be a little too much.
And Jade said, what happens when I turn 18? I said, we'll decide then. We got a lot of time between now and then.
You got a
But
couple summers left.
I'm excited to bring out the family. And Shelby, thanks for taking Jade under your wing last year.
Absolutely.
She had a blast, and she was able to go back to school, brag to all her friends, and it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm so glad. She's such a sweet girl. She came over to our pit afterwards. We were playing spoons. And
Yeah, I
card
came
games.
over. I was like, that's awesome.
It's never boring in our pit. I will say that. We've got Jimmy Snow asking if the helicopter is going to be out tomorrow.
I haven't heard that anything. I wish they were.
I haven't heard that there will be. Aaron said that there will not be a helicopter. Heath Olson, he was the one flying it,
Cody
and
Olson.
Premier
Yeah, Cody
Lyman.
Olson's dad, right?
Yep. Heath.
They sold it.
Apparently they sold it, so
And you
they
can't
don't
find a
have
rental,
one
huh?
to just take off in. I don't think Mercy flooded.
Does T&E have any cat helicopters?
I mean, maybe. I know they have like a company jet.
Yeah. So tough break on the helicopter, but we will have 3 drones out here
Yes.
making coverage. It's going to be make for a great show.
41-mile lap?
That 41-mile lap starting
a
tomorrow.
lot.
And here comes Thomas Hackman
303.
with a 303 in that old Ram Charger.
That is definitely a unique one. I can't say I've ever seen a second Ram Charger out
Yeah. So getting ready to take off now is the number 52 of John Cahy.
He'll be fast.
It's Cahy. He corrected
Oh.
me. Yeah. So thanks for trying to catch me, but he's caught me before. So John Cahy
Yeah.
in that Maverick R out of Elizabeth, Colorado with Adrenaline-Driven Motorsports, Hitless Motorsports, 3D Air, and Mom.
Aw.
Yeah, John
That's
races
awesome.
Ultra 4 off and on with us. And just like that, the wind does kick up just a little bit, which does not hurt my feelings at all.
No, definitely not. Let's get some air moving for these poor guys. Especially the ones still sitting in line and the ones hanging out in the pits.
And there goes the number 600 of Jacob Shade and Colton Buckmer in that Can-Am X3 out of Cheyenne, Wyoming with O.B.O.R. tires, Radflow suspension, Metal FX, SD lighting, FP Racing, Black Ops Machine, S3 Power Sports, Sandcraft, Liquid Molly, and Turner Cycles, another Ultra 4 racer who dabbles in Yellowstone and Ultra 4.
And some desert stuff, right?
Yeah, and he does a
Yeah.
little desert racing as well.
Oh, there's a race.
Jacob Shade is another one of our quick guys out there.
Yeah,
he's
oh,
usually
he can
pretty
definitely
well
give
moving.
Caleb Rupp's 222 a run for his money. We'll see if he's got enough in the tank. As we're watching John Cahy and Jacob Shade, 2 extremely fast
Holy
competitors out there on the elevated Power Sports qualifier.
There goes Jacob Shade, absolutely throwing
Look
it
at
down
that.
around that corner.
Taking her for a rip, bud.
Yeah.
And there's the rims, as Shelby was talking about earlier. Great elevation, great spectating. Again, this is a 1.8 mile qualifier.
We were just a little bit off on our predictions, but
I was a lot of bit off. You were closer than I was.
I don't know. Not by much. And then here comes John Cahy back through the start-finish now. Don just goes, that was fast.
New fastest
Oh.
time of the day goes to John Cahy with a 2:21, bumping out Caleb Rupp by less than 1 second. That is a smoking run. I said it would be tough
Oh,
to do
man.
it, but
Yeah.
John Cahy just got the pole position. He'll get that clean air as of now.
Golly.
Kristen's tuned in, rooting on Tenacious Racing. And Shell Hill rooting on Squad Racing, who just got the fastest time of the day with a 2:21. Wow, John Cahy's laying it down. And I believe he's teammates with Caleb Rupp.
Yes.
So they're out there 1-2 right now with Hitless Motorsports.
Certain one
And then
after
Jacob
the other.
Shane
233.
with a 233. So I'm going to say that's top 10, top 30.
9 right now.
Oh, top
9.
9. And what was that time? 233?
Yes, sir.
We've got almost all of the Maverick cars are within 10 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
insane.
And up next is Wolf Orca.
Oh, we gotta love Wolfie. Wolfie's an OG from, oh my gosh, so long. I know that he was having some troubles during.
Yeah, he said it wouldn't
getting
run.
Stuck.
Oh, he said it wouldn't run, and
Yeah.
they finally got it running, and then was getting stuck out on course
Getting
a little
stuck
bit.
out on the track. Poor guy, but I know he was in, I think, Broadview last year, maybe Columbus. I don't think he was in Columbus, but one of the last few races we've seen him at. He's been running in 2-wheel drive because his 4-wheel drive is pooping out on him a little bit.
So Dallas has been doing an amazing job with Montana Drone Company. Swapping batters real quick, but we'll be back up in the air here in just a moment. This coverage of Yellowstone off-road racing for the Big Sky 200 is presented by Throttle Down Customs and is brought to you by our official sponsors: Dust Pods, Corbin Custom Works, Dakota Alignment and Frame, and by CW Auto Services. That's Casey Welty's company.
Yes.
So
He's
here
a busy
goes,
guy.
Here goes number 11 of Wolf Orca in that 1996 Jeep Cherokee out of Electric City, Washington. La Presa Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Grand Coulee, Washington?
Cooley.
Cooley, all right.
Come on,
Thank
you gotta
All
know
right.
that.
NRTautosports.com, ATC Concepts, CarTech, Inland Northwest Off-Road.
You gotta remember Cooley because they're back there for the track tomorrow. We're teaching Miles the Montana lingo.
The Montana lingo, it's different everywhere you go, and I love it. So I hear Jay Schwab showing off a little horsepower. He is up next in his 4800 Bomber chassis. He's raced Yellowstone a few times. He's raced Ultra 4, King of the Hammers, and a little bit of everything in between.
It seems that Wolfie must have his motor back moving, running how he wanted it, because he's doing pretty well out there. Putting some time down. And sometimes he doesn't qualify. Actually, usually he doesn't.
Really?
He prefers to sit at the back of the pack.
Yeah, those old XJs are a lot of fun. I've been through a few of those back in the day, so great to see them out here racing with Yellowstone Off-Road.
What kind of Jeep are you building?
I've got a 2011 JK I've owned for, 11 years now, and
There
just
you go.
recently did a Hemi swap in it, and fighting a little bit of new car blues, but I was able to drive it to Moab, wheel it there, drive it back,
sweet.
had some issues, but, part of the Jeeping way as you figure it out.
Are you driving it to Sturgis then?
Sturgis, I'll bring the family, so we'll bring the miniature van, the
there you
nice
go.
ride.
The cruiser, you
Yeah.
know. The highway runner. You're not saying the girls would have too much room in there?
They love the miniature van, and I'm okay with it. I hate how much I love that car. But,
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Miles, you can't give anybody crap. You drive a minivan.
yeah, well, my wife does.
Oh, okay.
She lets me borrow it.
Oh, lets you borrow it.
So there goes the 4881 of Jay Schwab in that Bomber chassis out of Arlington, Washington, with Novamoto Machining, Yokohama, Warrior Built 232, Yukon Gear and Axle, Five Rights Brewing Company, MoFab, and VP Racing Fuels.
Got Wolfie back on screen, and Dallas is doing awesome being able to jump between the two. It's gonna jump back and hit Jay for us for a little bit. Look at that car just through those bumps.
So a 317 for Wolf Orca. And now up next is the 601 of Jeremy Evans Cecil. And another Can-Am X3 out of Cheyenne, Wyoming with Squad Racing, OBOR tires, Radflow, Metal FX wheels, SD lighting, S3 Power Sports, KWI clutching, Sandcraft, and Liquimolly.
We've had Jeremy since last season too, so I'm glad to see him back and pushing. I'm pretty sure he was in Powell as well. It's awesome to see all those guys, these guys that just keep coming back and support the Y.O.R.R family and helping us grow and bringing their friends. Thank you guys for coming back out here.
And if you're in the pits right now, I only see about 6 or 7 cars lined up, so if you're wanting to qualify, you better get booted and suited and come on down.
You might want to step on her a little bit.
One of my favorite Cherokees that's getting ready to take off is the 299 of Keaton Potter. As we're watching Jay Schwab. And he's got his significant other riding shotgun for the first time as well.
Keaton's dad.
No, Jay Schwab.
Oh,
does.
okay. Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
Talking
Jay Schwab.
too many things at the same time.
Oh, you're good.
He has only like been down the road and back or something. In the
Oh
car.
my gosh.
Do you remember her name? I just dropped it.
Oh.
241.
241 for Jay Schwab.
I can't remember. I just met her yesterday. I saw her.
Oh, we just saw her too. Gosh dang it.
I'll message him and find out so we can put him on your list.
Here comes Jeremy. And getting ready to hit that start-finish line here.
So we'll get a time from him here in just a moment. And he is full throttle as he comes towards the TDK finish line.
44.
A 244 for Jeremy Evans Cecil. And off the line next, one of Shelby's buddies, Keaton Potter, and his dad Gary riding shotgun, that 1996 Cherokee out of Lewistown, Montana with Potter Auto Body, TDK, AFW Motorsports, PJG Motorsports, Yellowstone Edge RV Park, and Switchback Design.
Keaton finally got to finish Powell for the first time under True Power and ended up coming in second. So that was awesome to see. Keaton's been an up-front runner in both of the classes he's run, both stock and comp. He's pretty well close to the podium most times he's running. It's awesome to see him out there.
And one of the cleanest race cars you'll see. That thing,
It's
he
beautiful.
details that car before he comes out.
He says he doesn't. We all know he does. It's beautiful.
There goes the number 72 of Heather Dyke and Kenny Dyke riding shotgun in that 2021 Polaris Pro R XP4 out of Billings, Montana with Shakeup Off-Road Racing. Hey, Grizz, tomorrow are they taking off one at a time every 1 minute?
Yes.
The entire weekend?
Yep.
Perfect.
Might put a bigger gap between the 1600s, like the 2 minute, from the end of them till the next group starts.
Oh, between the classes.
But I doubt I will, just because there's so many.
Yeah, we got a big car count. You did a great job, Grizz. All right, again, if you're in the pits, come on down. There's only about 5 more in line. We're getting towards the end.
There's 7 out there.
All right, Aaron just showed me down the road. There's 7 more, so keep heading this way, but slowly head this way. We got about 12 in line now. I missed another group on the other side of
We've
the
got a
pits.
couple more heading down too. I haven't seen Miss Jordan Rupp either, so she better get her butt down here too.
She's probably laughing right now.
Come on, girl.
So we have Keaton Potter and Heather Dyke out on course.
And
Dallas
Heather
with
was-
Montana Drone is flying back and forth.
Heather joined us again in Powell, and she's back out cruising. Is she in the 12-hour?
No,
Just the 4
She's
laps
just doing
for
the
points
Yellowstone
race?
4-lap points
Okay.
race, yep. So
Gotcha.
that'll be a little interesting to keep track tomorrow, but we'll do our best.
It's a good thing you've got your notes,
Now,
Miles.
I've got my notes, and we'll have Aaron and Grizz to help us out, so we'll be all right.
This guy's prepared in here.
Yeah.
The Suburban Assault Vehicle, I love it. The 4-seat UTV. Aaron got a little break, huh?
And then I'm like, where am I going to go? My truck doors were picked up. We've got a 1600 getting ready to take off here when Keaton comes back through.
That's Paul Barron.
And
So there
there
goes
he is.
Keaton.
through the
We'll get a
start
time for
finish.
him.
305.
With a 3:05, very solid run. Again, this is qualifying for the TDK Big Sky 200. It is a 1.8 mile loop. And we've had, I'm going to say 50 plus cars go through. Got another 10 to 15 in line. We'll see if a few more show up.
We're gonna have a good couple hours of some solid racing and solid, not racing quite, but qualifying anyway. We've got the 1641 car lined up here at the start-finish line of Paul Barron in a single-seat buggy out of Sturgis, South Dakota. We are waiting for Miss Heather Dyke as she comes through the TDK start-finish line. And here is Paul Barron taking off. Paul Barron's been racing with us for many seasons, and he used to be in a bug, a red and gray bug, I think. He's been doing that for a while, and I believe he switched last season to this single-seat Volkswagen buggy so that he can hop in and do something a little different. And there he goes, getting a little sideways. We just had Mark King,
What number was that one?
the 574
If
of
I
Mark.
remember.
575.
And I believe he did well last year at this
Yes,
race.
he
So with-
does very well.
With Ray riding shotgun on that Class 5 1600 Baja Bug out of Colbert, Washington, with Hook's air-cooled VW of Spokane, CarTech off-road parts, PCI race radios, Inland Northwest off-road.
So we've got, these two have been competing against each other for several years now. It's kind of cracking me up that they're both on qualifying lap, but I'm eager to see how close they end up starting and finishing, because I know that Mark King, he's got a little practice track in the back of his house that he really puts some laps in before each race. So I know those single seat buggies are fast, but Mark King, he really puts the time
He
in.
pushes down, doesn't he?
He practices in between. He just can't get enough. Awesome to see.
And did we get a time for Heather Dyke yet?
259.
A 2:59 for Heather Dyke. I had to step out for a minute. So Paul Barron and Mark King out on course, both part of the 1600 class. That dust is pretty rough, isn't it, Shelby?
Oh man.
And we're sitting in the
Yeah.
T&E studio here, but we're
Yes.
still getting dusted out a little bit.
Ooh man, it's like a little thick cloud in here. We are going on 2.5 hours of qualifying. How are you doing, Miles?
So far, so good. I'm loving it. We do have a driver's meeting starting in 40 minutes.
Oh, that's convenient.
We may be a little late for that, but everybody understands.
That's fair. That is fair. I was gonna ask if you had a time for that, because it's usually at 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock, but with this many racers, it could be delayed just a little bit.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of great information coming out during that meeting.
303.
303 for Paul Barron. Just 4 seconds behind Heather Dyke.
Holy smokes. In a bug.
And got some info from Jay Schwab. It's his girlfriend riding with him, Amanda Robertson.
There's Mark King cruising through. I'm curious to see what his time is going to be. It's got to be getting close. Getting ready to come through the TDK start-finish line here. Head back up the hill, go to the pits, get some snacks, some water. Get ready for this driver's meeting.
And Tim Vassis is looking for a Gen 3 LS water pump. So if anybody in the area or here on site has an LS water pump for a Gen 3, he would greatly appreciate it. Tim Vassis. That is Mitch Brokenfor with TJ Hart riding shotgun and an 04 Jeep TJ. At all the way from Sturgeon County, Alberta, Canada, with Nexon tires, Radflow shocks, Mevotech, Raceline wheels, Holly Performance, CarTech, Vivid Lumen LED, and Stage 8 fasteners. He races a little bit with Ultra 4 and Yellowstone. Great to see him out here.
Dallas is over here switching some batteries so that we can keep this live stream going for you. Unfortunately, our start-finish line camera's not working, so we can't swap it over for you. But it looks like we have the 4997 car of Jacob Winters? I don't remember.
Jacob Kane and Rambo riding shotgun, and that Can-Am X3 out of Billings, Montana with Jim and Tracy's alignment. J&M Tire, Napa, Matco Tools, Midland West Manufacturing, Billings Battery and Cable, JB Automotive, JSM Trucking, FJ Trucking, George and Jen Music, Hell Roaring Excavation, and Cross Petroleum. But can anybody beat John Cahy's time of 2:21?
That was
Caleb
insane.
Rupp stayed up there for so long.
Oh my gosh, he held out through what?
Oh, probably
3/4?
30 plus competitors. But right now, it's John Cahy.
I can't believe that John Cahy beat him by less than a second. He just must have held that pedal down just long enough.
Because obviously, old Rupp is no slough.
No, absolutely not.
So there's Mitch Brokenforth, all the way from Canada.
Man, it's awesome to see all of these Ultra 4s that come down from Canada, because I know during COVID there was a lot of them really frustrated that they
couldn't make it.
couldn't cross the border.
Glad that situation got resolved.
Yeah, we love having all our Canadians come down here. They keep the rattlesnakes at bay, you know, with the hockey sticks
with
and
a
all.
hockey stick, yeah. What was that? Sean Hollick,
Yeah.
that was a great story.
Oh.
245.
So 2:45 for Mitch Bokenforth. Do we have a time for Mark King? I missed that one.
315.
3:15 for Mark King.
Can't see my computer screen right now.
And now Aaron can't see anything, but we're doing our best. Jared Kane's still out on course.
We do have some mixed classes during qualifying because we just simply don't have everybody line up. It takes way too long to separate them out by classes, and then everybody's sitting here for 2+ hours, and it just gets to be a really long day sitting in the qualifying line. So it's a first come, first served basis. So you're seeing all of our classes mixed in together, from 1600s to stock class to 4800 cars, back to UTVs, and the 3-4 classes between the UTVs and then back to trucks. So yes, there are some mixed qualifying classes just because we can't ask everybody to sit here for 2.5 hours. That gets to be a really long time.
Oh, it's a long day for sure. And here's a name I forgot to mention who could be fast. Nate Thompson is up next.
Absolutely. It's always great to see Nate Thompson. What a kind guy. He absolutely was thrown down during last year's. Did he get second?
He was on the podium. I got it
Right.
right here in front of me.
He pushed hard last year.
Yeah, 3rd place. So a 303 for Jared King. And I haven't seen Austin Painter. Has he been racing much?
No, he sold his car. He's in like pilot school in Arizona.
Okay, so he sold his car. He's in pilot school, taking a break. So we'll see if Austin Painter comes back, but he was another one that was in the mix. So 3rd place in the 12-hour race last year is up next, Nate Thompson.
We're getting ready to send off. Is it a truck next?
Nope, this is Nate Thompson.
Oh,
up
Nate
next.
Thompson,
Yeah.
yes. The side by side.
Do a little tech on the backside. Dallas is running around, getting more plugger-inner things.
Dallas is a saint,
Oh,
running
man.
everybody's jobs. He's a little gopher.
Tim Vassis has not gone yet, and he just chimed in with me that he's looking for a Gen 3 LS water pump. So apparently he's fighting some issues in there, so he'll take a rear start, which is fine. Hopefully somebody's got a water pump LS base. They're pretty common, so hopefully somebody in the pits. John Matthews I saw just cruise by. He may have one. Fire River Racing may have one, so hopefully somebody will chime in and check it out.
Can you type that one here? And I'll post it.
Tim Vassis, he did go. He went a little bit ago.
Oh, he did go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He was-
qualified. He qualified.
That's
in
He was
the
our
way
Maryland
in the orange,
guy.
in the orange truck.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, I'm mistaken.
He was pretty close. He was one of our first 10. He was a 248.
Yeah, so sorry, Poncho Bird. It's been a bit, but Tim Vassis did go. He got a 248, but he is looking for a water pump. And fresh off the line right there is the 930 who got 3rd in the 12-hour race last year of Nate Thompson with John Ferris riding shotgun and his Razor Turbo R out of Harrisburg, South Dakota with Dakota alignment and frame, AA Motorsports, Method race wheels, Tensor tires, and Schmitty racing suspension. So this will be another fast time, I suspect.
Absolutely.
But is
Nate
it
Thompson's
enough?
one of our fastest
For
guys.
sure. But is it enough to bump out John Cahy with a 221?
I don't know, those Maverick R's, they just work so well.
And let's talk about that. The Maverick R's have an actual transmission, so they don't have belt issues like some of them.
I also think that Nate Thompson was our only Polaris in
What was-
the UTV Unlimited in Powell. The rest
Oh,
of them
in
were
Powell,
all
all right.
Maverick R's. Every single one of them.
So off the line there was Tyler Nelson, number 486, with Marie Penn riding shotgun and another Can-Am X3 out of Evansville, Wyoming with Dakota alignment and frame.
Nate Thompson going over through one of the first rollers already. Dallas is going to turn around and go chase down our Tyler Nelson, who just stuck the line there. Coming back through these little whoopties. Some
Little
G
whoopties,
outs.
I like
Yeah. they'll kind of catch you. You gotta be paying attention for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Then here goes Dallas. He's gonna go back and chase down Nate Thompson while he's getting ready to come through that next floater jump. Go back up underneath the rims there.
So Tyler Nelson out there ripping it up.
Tyler Nelson's coming, or Nate Thompson coming under the rims there. He'll go through this last corner here and then head back through the start-finish line and back up the hill.
So I see Jordan Rupp. I see Eric Pond.
Oh.
I see Eric Weichel, John Matthews, Tom Prendergrass. You got some heavy hitters coming up. Oh, Tucker.
Oh,
Forgot
Randy
about Randy
Tucker.
Tucker.
Yes.
Another heavy
I
hitter.
totally spaced that one.
A 244 for Nate Thompson.
34.
234 for Nate Thompson. So 13 seconds behind John Gahe. So 13 seconds out of, or sorry, what'd you say, Aaron?
Just out of the top
Just
10.
out of the top 10.
Getting bumped out a little bit.
So 13 seconds is splitting our top 10. That's a close battle.
Good.
Remember, there are different classes out there, so we'll get that all posted later. But right now, we're watching Tyler Nelson.
Woo! And the dust is coming right back in the trailer as Tyler Nelson, 225.
Wow, a 225. So that's top 5, if I'm going to guess. Wow.
He hasn't raced with us for a little while. He's fast. Super nice guy.
So Tyler Nelson's going to be in the mix, I'll bet you.
Yeah. And he's going for the 12-hour?
Yeah.
Awesome. Heck yeah. We've got Alexa.
So we're swapping some batteries. Give us just a moment. Again, thanks to Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Base Camp Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Cat Tractor and Equipment, Throttle Down Customs,
Premier Alignment, Montana Drone Company, 3D Air, Pierre Sports Center, CEI Electrical, Mickey Thompson Tire, CW Auto Service, Throttle Down Customs, Fire River Racing, Montana Men's Health,
The Diesel Shop Auto Repair, Combustion Syndicate, Three Peaks Drilling, KB Masonry, Rugged Radios, J&M Tire, Roller Construction,
Blackbeard Bronco, Napa, Arnold Machinery, J&M Construction, Montana Braveheart Nonprofit,
Adventure RV, Next Gen, Ellis Audio, Finways, Engel Volkers, Dust Pods, Dakota Alignment, Corbin Custom Works, and Montana Tire. So please support who supports the sport. As we were rattling that off, Alexa Cologne, the number 1620 with Austin Dix riding shotgun in the Camo Bug out of Billings, Montana. With wants to thank Mom and Dad, ProSource Machinery, The Diesel Shop, United Rentals, Baby Dix, and Grandpa Dean. And that's Cody and Carmen's daughter.
This is the bug that I started racing.
Really?
Before I hopped in the Bronco.
So it's been around,
Yep.
huh?
This poor bug.
Did you
has
roll
been
this one
through it.
too, or just the Bronco?
No, just the Bronco. We about rolled it. It was busted the spindle off and Powell, and it sucked us up against the wall. No, Miles, everything else has been rubber side down.
Perfect.
Thank goodness.
I can't say the same.
I got a better record, thankfully. As long as you keep your Jeep upright.
So far, so good with that. You know, it's taking its fair shares of beating.
That's exciting. That's what you build them for.
Oh, to have fun.
This will be Alexa's, third race ever, and she had it over on 2 wheels there for a second. About dumped her over. She's going back over the roller hills, and she'll be coming through the bottom here soon. We have the 4583 car lined up here, getting ready to go. Waiting for Alexa to come back through so that he can take off. It's awesome to see Eric Pond out here in Fire River Racing and some Fear 406. This will be Eric Pond's last race.
Really? Okay,
Yep.
I knew it was getting close.
Yeah.
I'm bummed to hear
He's
that, but good
retiring
for
the
him.
Bronco,
Yeah,
the old license plate.
that thing that is super cool. As
Pretty
Alexa's
sweet.
still
Yep,
cruising
she's still
along.
chugging through, pushing hard. Looks like she's getting ready to come underneath the spectators there. Making some laps and zigzagging through. Oh, sorry, not the spectators, coming down from the spectators. Now she should be getting ready to come through, I believe. Oh, Dallas is doing too good of a job with this drone. Oh. There we go.
That looked like Eddie Oliver.
In the 4983 car.
4583 of
45.
Eddie Oliver and Justin Lyons in that 1999 Jeep Wrangler out of Federal Way, Washington with Milestar tires, Yukon gear and axle, Northwest Engine and Machine, and Rough Stuff Specialties. So Eddie Oliver out there pushing strong.
He's off the line and moving. Alexa should be coming through here any second. She's coming through that bottom corner now. While Eddie Oliver's still pushing strong. And we've got your buddy up next.
Yeah, the number. I'll let the horsepower talk. So the number 4333 of Rich Goldman and Sean Connell riding shotgun in the Trophy Wife Bomber. Part of the 4400 class out of Missoula, Montana. With Rocky Performance, Nelson Dentistry, Mom's Racing, Yukon, Optima, Willwood, and Heads Only. And if you remember, what was it, Columbus last year, we had the Goldman flop. Hope we don't dupe that one again.
Yes.
We also have that in Powell.
Oh, all right. Well, he's living up to his name, huh? But yeah, these bomber cars are absolutely amazing out in these open desert sections. So I'm excited to see what this 4400 car can do against the rest of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a few unlimited trucks showing up? No?
Just 4400.
All right. That's nothing wrong with that. Nope.
Alexa had 352.
A 352 for Alexa Cologne and the Camo Bug. So Rich Goldman out there ripping it up.
And it looks like
Barry Schaefer is up next.
Eddie Oliver's still cruising through. There used to be a Passel of the Schaefers, and now I think they only run that orange one.
All right.
They used to have a pink one, a blue one.
A bunch of them, huh?
Yeah, couple few. Here comes Eddie Oliver getting ready to come through the TDK start-finish line so that we can let the Schaefers come on down.
So we'll have a time for Eddie Oliver. 235.
Wow.
Very solid run by Eddie
Absolutely.
Oliver in a 4500 class car.
Those 4500s are pretty fast.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
pretty impressive.
We can hear that.
Rich's car.
Yes, Rich
Oh,
Goldman's
Rich
car
Goldman.
just screaming.
Just letting her eat in the Trophy Wife Bomber.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, those headers they put on that Randy Slauson, who raced in the 12-hour last year,
Oh,
three-time
yes.
King of the Hammers champion.
I don't know if you got in the car, did you?
He raced with Mike Slauson last year. Oh, I guess he was supposed to. I don't know if they had car issues, but he was here on site.
241.
241. Solid run by Rich Goldman.
Got Barry Schaefer waiting for the green signal here, the green light to take off. There's
This
some
dust
serious
is
dust.
everywhere.
It looks like we might have some rain heading back our way, which wouldn't be too terrible.
If it happens overnight, that would be amazing.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Get rid of dye some of this dust down a little bit.
So there's a great shot of the last few cars yet to go.
Okay, ready, start.
Dallas is swapping batteries quick.
Looks like we are about ready to take off with Barry Schaefer.
Got Nick
Okay.
Nicola. We're crossing fingers that we will be there Saturday, setting up in the back to keep it up. Heck yeah. Well, hopefully you guys' truck is done. I know you've been pushing.
So the 948 of Barry Schaefer and Lori Schaefer in that X3 Can-Am out of Wheat Ridge, Colorado with motorsports.com. Baja Designs, KWI Clutching, Rev Designs, ZRP, KMC Wheels, EFX Tires, S3 Power Sports, Pryotech, Graffler USA, Motorex USA, Rugged Radios, and Sandcraft. So a great list of sponsors helping Barry Schaefer.
That is awesome. We've got Randy Tucker up next. Do you think this will be one of our top 5 to top 10ers?
This will be interesting. The time to be is John Colley with Hitless Motorsports with a 221.
Oh my goodness. And Randy Tucker is off and moving while Montana Drone is moving. Getting ready to chase him down.
So Randy Tucker, the 1933 with David Vig riding shotgun in that Can-Am Maverick R out of Malta, Montana with Elite Diesel, Elevated Power Sports, and Olson Excavation. Randy Tucker is definitely a fast one to watch. Been around Yellowstone for quite some time. Stacy Gatlin's tuned in saying, go get it, Fire River Racing. Joe Gatlin and Steve Grass getting ready to take off, and then also Tom Prendergast and John Dykes. We got some Fire River Racing getting ready to take off. I believe I see Cody Olson in the line next.
Yes, sir. It's awesome to see that Cody's back again. I know that they're probably trying to plan a wedding now that it's Cody Olson and Angel Barker engaged. And then I see Jordan Rupp kind of hanging out towards the back of the pack. She'll probably be one of our last qualifiers.
Yeah, I heard you talking about Nick Nagola. I'm glad you're tuned in, buddy. I hope to see that old Ranger that keeps on keeping on.
Yes.
Get that thing going, and hopefully we see you on Saturday, buddy.
Got both of them out here on the course, and Dallas is... Oh man, I wish I could multitask on this guy.
No doubt.
We're blowing a
blew that
slight
corner a little bit.
And back on track.
Right back in action. So Randy Tucker, that shows you how hard he is pushing.
Man. Tuckers are definitely heavy hitters for their classes.
Sure, and I hear Barry Schaefer, so we'll have a time for him. With a 246.
That was still really good.
Oh, great run. Oh, and Chris Lundy with Take It Live is tuned in. The weather's beautiful. It's in the 80s. A slight breeze, which was a little more. There's definitely some clouds out there, but it's supposed to be a pretty nice day today and tomorrow. But there's a slight chance of rain on Sunday or Saturday. We'll see how it all shakes out. And a 227 for Randy Tucker. So is that a top 10?
Top 5?
Top 10 for Randy Tucker. And off the line there was the 49.96 of Cody Olson with Gage Olson riding shotgun and a Can-Am X3 out of Billings, Montana with Elevated Power Sports, Bighorn Drywall and Construction, Blackbeard Broncos, Copyright, HCR, Must Be Nice Performance, Premier Alignment, Combustion Syndicate, and the Diesel Shop. Joe Gatlin getting ready to take off, part of the 4,800 class.
I like
here
how
in just a minute.
All the Ultra 4s decided to group up and kind of...
And Joe Gatlin is off with Steve Graff riding shotgun in that 2021 Jimmy's 4x4 chassis out of Chino Valley, Arizona with Dirty Life Race Wheels and Mickey Thompson tires. So Joe Gatlin and Steve Graff have been a part of Ultra 4 for a very long time. But I know they love to come out here racing with Yellowstone Off-Road.
They've been out here for a few races now, a few seasons.
Yeah, they love coming out here for sure. John Dykes is one of our premier co-drivers in the Ultra 4 sport.
That's an awesome name to hear. And he was in Sturgis racing, right?
Yeah, yep. So Joe Gatlin in that older Jimmy's chassis, but that thing keeps on ripping and roaring. It was a little loaded up on the start line, but it cleared up pretty quick.
Like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
They replaced the transmission yesterday. They got one from Michael.
Oh, that's right. They had a transmission go out during pre-running.
Oh, my
and Eric
goodness.
Weichel had a spare. And again, the Yellowstone off-road family came together, said, here, use it. We'll figure it out later. They got it swapped in and back and running.
I'm going to scoot behind you, Miles. And kind of
Come on in, buddy.
figure I'll talk to you about how Saturday's going to work. Well, I can't see the screen, so tell me if you can good habits.
Okay.
So far, it's fun.
So Saturday, we're starting in kind of groups. So we're going to start 44 Pro Unlimited, 44, 48, and 45. How they qualify will start.
All mixed up, huh?
All mixed up. So
Love
however they
it.
qualify, that's how they start. Then the next group out will be 46 comp and stock, and then we'll send the
Intermix,
16.
and then 16 will start
16 will
last.
start by themselves.
241 for Coach.
So a solid run of a 241 for Cody Olson. I like how you're doing that, letting it,
Yeah.
they earned their qualifying spot, let them
That's-
have it. But there's
They
also
earn
the
it, but
safety
The
aspect.
safety, so we'll probably do like a little bit of a gap in there. But I mean, technically, when we started doing that was Jeremy Jones.
Yeah.
He's
in
remember
the
how fast he
4800
was?
class.
And he said, well, this is where we qualified. Isn't that where we should start? And I said, you know what? You're right.
You
Let's
earned
do
it.
You earned it.
As long as there's not a safety aspect, which
Yeah.
there is not.
So
Oh, did Aaron, you say you saw a little lightning out in the distance?
Yep.
And it's sprinkling just a little bit now. The weather is always interesting. So we'll get a time for Joe Gatlin with Fire River Racing. Do, do, do,
I know,
do, do.
The
So we'll get back on Joe Gatlin's time, but the 45.99 of Joe Miker and Matt Bacon in that 1987 Toyota out of Arvada, Colorado with Wilson Extreme Sports, The Artworks, Optima Battery, Come Up Winches, Triple R Lights, and Radflow Shocks.
I love this truck. It is so freaking neat.
231. Sorry.
231 for Joe Gatlin, which is a really good run. Again, everything's kind of mixed up, but we will post qualifying results later on this evening on the Facebooks.
Thank gosh we have Aaron.
Yeah, no doubt. And then we get to put up with Grizz.
yeah, I'm just here. I don't know why I'm here yet. We'll figure it out.
No, you put together a great team. Obviously, Don's been around for a long time. Your dad, Dean.
So are you saying Don's old? Is that what that's what I just got out of what you
I mean-
said. I mean, I'm just
Yeah, you're right.
What you said.
Shoe and mouth. But Don has started this thing, and then you
Yes.
have taken it over, and you and Aaron have done a great job. And you got your whole team with Cody, Carmen, Ethan Truman, and
Yes.
just a whole slew of volunteers. And you mark course, you do the pits, you make sure everything's going good. And registration and timing is a big deal.
Yeah.
Out here weeks in advance before the race even gets to think about
I
starting.
think we pulled my trailer out 4 weeks ago, and we've been out here since.
Oh my goodness.
Golly. And up next, another Fire River Racing is Tom Prendergast with John Dykus.
We've got Dallas chasing down
Joe Miker.
Joe Miker.
They're gonna have to switch batteries.
No, they're not. They're gonna send him before. Dallas, do you need to switch before he goes or no? Radio Cody, I don't have a radio. Tell him to
The
send him
timing of
when
this
it's
battery is incredibly specific, and I'm so glad I'm not in charge of it.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
why we put Dallas out there.
Cody, send him when it's clear.
Dallas has been out here for a long time, and he's gotten so much practice that he knows exactly who needs to go and when and how many cars he can make it through.
And he's been switching batteries like crazy.
Yeah, he's trying. We've been out here for 3 hours now,
I don't
and
have a radio.
that's a lot of batteries to go through in 3
Don,
hours.
Don, I need you to go tell Cody we gotta change batteries before he goes. No, he is gonna say it.
some lightning off in the distance, so it could get western up here in Broadview, Montana for the TDK Big Sky 200. You never know what's going to happen.
Looks like we've got expected rain starting in 14
Not
minutes.
Oh boy, all right. Well, no rain turns into some rain. You never know.
Thank gosh we only have a few cars left. 3:13.
313 for Joe Miker.
Dallas has been through 9 batteries on my account right here.
and you even have your shoes on. You can get that high.
I got all my fingers.
For now.
For now.
It's been a great time, Grizz. Thanks for letting me be a part of it once again.
No, thank you for being a part of it. I think it helps all of us, and it's fun.
Yeah, we're having a great time. So with Fire River Racing, Tom Prendergast and John Dykes in the 2022 Eurofighter. Out of Colorado with HD Signs Company, Mickey Thompson Tires, Dirty Life Race Wheels, Happy Medium Approach, Advanced Sleep Care Center of Colorado, Auto Flow Guard, TYOR, American Force Inductions, Adams Drive Shaft, Southwest Crawlers, QA1, Bazooka, and Ironclad Performance Wear. And this is one of the most technology advanced cars out here racing this weekend, but he's definitely fighting some new car blues still. But this car is an absolute work of art. Rob Butler from over in Europe built this thing, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful car.
But they're fighting some drivability. Yeah, last night it wasn't even hardly running. It kept dying. They fought stuff all morning. I went by and checked on it later. He's like, is it running? He said, for now. So hopefully it keeps on ripping. But Tom Prendergast, Fire River Racing, John Dykes putting it down.
God.
This is such a beautiful car. The color of it's stunning. The build of it's stunning. They do such a great job. Look at that corner. Oh my gosh.
And if you're just tuning in, this is our second race of the season. Up next is the Pierce Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 in Sturgis, South Dakota, July 18th and 19th. Can't wait for that one as well. And this is qualifying for the TDK Big Sky 200.
The grass there a little bit.
It's
Yeah,
a little,
get a little
crossed
bit out
up.
there.
Yeah, wasn't he?
He's not been the only one out there in that corner either.
This is that corner that's built into the side of the hill a little bit. It's kind of a fun corner.
For sure. And it's off camera in that spot too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
Gives you
can
a
hear the
long
horsepower in the
straightaway.
distance.
He's still a couple corners away. You can hear it screaming.
And we've got a few more competitors yet to come.
Here
Grizz,
he
I think
comes.
we're going to be late for your driver's meeting.
By how much?
Well, it's 5 till
We're
right
about
now.
5 cars.
What was that 7?
It is 6:55, Aaron.
It's 5.
55.
Oh, my iPad's still on Kansas time. Sorry.
Dude, don't scare me like that.
I know,
I'm like,
I literally was like, my computer has the wrong time of day. I was like,
No, that's me.
how is that?
Sorry, everybody. I'm on Central Time back home. I don't know how to update that thing. All right, I guess I should look at my
Sorry,
phone.
Miles.
Yeah. All right, we still got plenty of time, buddy.
oh, good, thank you. After you gave me a heart attack, I appreciate that.
A mini stroke.
You want to know about Tom? No. 223.
2:23 by Tom Prendergast. What an amazing time.
Even out there, rhubarb.
Where does that put him?
Fast, my little gal, go.
Yeah. What a
What's that?
smoking
Is he
run.
out
That
running
puts
you?
him, what's that, second, third overall? That'd be third overall. And a
And that's over the
4,400 call.
UTVs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So Tom Prendergast.
Fourth overall, 4.513 behind her.
Okay, Jeremy Brown, forgot about him. So
Yes.
fourth overall, what a great run. And
And that's-
Kurt Mackey's tuned in. We don't have lime timing up yet. It is on the Speed Hive app, but we're trying to find some tech issues to get it up. Hopefully it'll be up tomorrow. But we will post the qualifying results later on this evening. And we are back in action. Up next is John Matthews, number 4580, with his son Connor Matthews riding shotgun in that 04 Wrangler out of Auburn, Washington. with Yukon Gear and Axle, Milestar, Trail Ready, Vision X, Imagecraft, Comp Cams, Redhead steering gears, Worn and Factor 55. So part of the 4500 class is you have to have a 37-inch DOT tire, some kind of mechanical steering. You can have two 2.5 shocks per corner. It's a really fun class to watch, and John Matthews has been around the Ultra 4 and Yellowstone world for a long time and is definitely a heavy hitter.
I think the wind is going like every direction.
Yeah, it's kind of circling on us, isn't it?
Much great stretch. Ray Smith.
So Ray Smith and Cade Bell in that 1993 Toyota out of Moore, Montana, with Throttle Down Customs and Switchback Designs.
He came in the other night to drop everything off, and we were sitting at camp with his brother Rowdy.
That's not racing.
That's not racing.
Bummer.
And he said he had the jitters. Like, he goes, just pulling in here, his stomach dropped.
Well, that's part of it. This is one of his first races, isn't it?
This is his first
This
race.
is his first race.
And coming out of the gate in Broadview on top of it.
Pretty impressive. And up next, the V100 of Eric Pond and Allie McDonald in that 1969 Bronco out of Wickensburg, Arizona with Queen City Off-Road. Rock Hand Hardware, Fast Signs, Helena Buds, BFG, Rigid Lights, Willwood Brakes, and Cancer Research Institute. And I believe this is his last season in that car, right?
This is his last race.
Last race period,
Yeah.
okay. So last qualifying ever for Eric Pond.
He's got a QR code on the side of his car if anybody's here that wants to scan it and help donate to the Cancer Research Institute. He's been repping for them, and he is sponsored by them, so...
And John Matthews came through lightning fast with a 2:31. That's probably fastest in class.
What, do you have trouble shutting her down? Race is on screen right now.
So Ray Smith, that's Rowdy's little brother, part of Throttle Down Customs,
But I think he's calling.
making his Yellowstone off-road racing debut. But Aaron says he thinks he's taller than his big brother.
He's so, their voice is so tall.
He has been racing dirt bikes, so it's not his first time racing. It's his first time racing in a truck and here.
And Jeremy with Throttle Down Customs, this is his stepson. And I hear thunder in the background. You never know what we're going to get here in the Big Sky Country. So Eric Pond's clearing it out, getting ready to take off.
And the iron casket.
And the iron casket
Good job, boys. 301.
with a 301
That's solid.
for Ray Smith. So Eric Pond and Allie McDonald in the iron casket in that 1969 Bronco out of Wickensburg, Arizona with Queen City Off-Road. Great to see him out there still pushing strong.
He has to change the SD card now.
So up next will be Eric Weichel in the number 406 with No Fear Off-Road Racing out of Helena, Montana. You've given me some grief.
I don't ever give you grief.
Oh, there's no way I don't mess up a few words here and here. But one of my first times I called it Helena, Montana, and they don't let me forget that.
I mean, we've sent you videos of us
Yes,
calling
you
it
have.
that.
And then I was like, are they messing with me or? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Turn the fan on to blow the dust around.
Yeah, no doubt. It is dusty out here. So that's
Holy
how
smokes.
important qualifying is going to be.
Yeah.
Eric looks like he's making some good time coming across there.
And that old Bronco is a work of art. Great to see him out here still pushing one last time.
I think, didn't he accomplish the Triple Crown last year?
With the
Yes,
mid 400?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Did he win it?
I don't.
He
Did
was
he
on
win
the
the Triple
podium.
Crown? He was on the podiums. I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're on the Triple Crown.
That's
Yeah,
what
I think he
That's
was on the
awesome.
Triple Crown.
Yep.
Yep.
And what's
And
the
they
Triple
just-
Crown? Mint 400,
Mint
The
400.
Cali 300.
Cali 300.
Ooh,
Is it a
let's-
Parker race?
Is it the
yeah,
Parker?
Parker 400? I think.
Parker 400.
I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Some
Eric.
desert racing out
Yeah.
west.
There's 3 desert races out that way.
Yeah, and in his class.
That
Took
is
her home.
awesome.
So Eric Pond out there pushing that Bronco to its limits. And that's what I love about Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. You can have a UTV, an old school Bronco, an unlimited truck, 4400, all the Ultra 4 classes.
A Ford Ranger.
A Ford Ranger.
Uh,
We'll see if Nick Nicola can bring his Ford Ranger out.
He's been working on that like hard, endless nights.
Oh, that's
They
one
did
of my
like a
Pushing.
15-hour night the other night trying to
Oh
get
my
the wiring
goodness.
straightened
that's
out.
one of my favorite pre-runner. I think that's a 1450 truck.
No,
They're
so he
building new
switched
ones.
cars. This is
Oh.
a new one.
Oh, that's why he's putting in so much time.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he still have that old car?
Yeah, but he was racing it for somebody else. So,
Oh, that's right, out of Hawaii.
yeah,
Okay, so now he's getting his old car.
yeah.
So Eric Pond,
304.
a 304 for Eric Pond, just 3 seconds behind Ray Smith. So it's still John Cahy with the bragging rights of the day. Then it's Caleb Rupp, then Jeremy Brown, and then Tom Prendergast.
Tyler Nelson.
And then Tyler Nelson.
we're down to our last couple cars.
And the rain is starting to pick up just a tick, so we're having to move some equipment in real quick.
I don't think it's gonna last too long. It doesn't look like
I mean,
it.
it's pretty over there.
Yeah, it's looking
Yeah.
pretty bright.
It's gonna be like a, 30-minute little drizzle.
Yeah.
Well, what a beautiful day it has been. It's been hot. It's been sunny. It's been windy. It's been dusty. Now the rain's moved in just a tick, which is going to help with the dust. I don't think we're going to get enough rain to make much difference. But, Grizz, if you can order rain from about midnight till 4, we'd appreciate it.
Oh, I
You're
put
gonna be
it.
in bed at then?
I hope so. Someone's got to work tomorrow.
I put it on the docket.
Okay,
It's in
perfect.
the-
It's in the driver's notes?
It's in the driver's note and schedule. So, I work on the schedule hard. I schedule when it rains, when it's sunny.
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. We've definitely fought some rain
If I
this
would have
year.
done that, I would have scheduled a little more of a breeze during
Yeah.
qualifying.
And I hear Dallas taking off with Montana Drone, heading back up in action.
Heading out through the rain there. Oh, it's really starting to pick up now.
Oh, perfect. Yep. All right, we're going to get a few more cars going.
Let's go.
So up next is the 406 of Eric Weichel with Joe Fabrizio riding shotgun and his Jimmy's 4x4 chassis, part of the 4800 Legends class out of East Helena, Montana with Raceline wheels. And they had some issues out on pre-running. They ripped the right rear caliper bracket off.
Oh, really?
So Tom Biddle was out there with a grinder and a welder and doing all the things.
Aaron, grab the radio. Tell them not to let those people cross the track.
I'll volunteer when out there.
And these people that waited till the end,
Yes.
they're going to be racing in the rain
Do
just
what?
a little bit. So up next is the 8008 of Austin Pyatt, who just came off his third place podium just a week ago
Oh,
at the
wow.
Badlands Brawl.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
Putting some miles traveling up here.
You said you wanted some Matt?
Yep, we're doing good.
All his stuff out there.
Only got 2 cars left, just Austin Pyatt and I think Jordan Rupp.
Yeah, just a couple more. So Austin Pyatt, Jordan Rupp, as we're watching Ace, Eric Weichel out there. He's one of the core volunteers that comes out and helps Grizz and the entire team, and then gets to play around a little bit. He races Ultra 4, races a little bit of the desert racing, especially Yellowstone off-road. I was able to stay after the Moab race and went jeeping with him for a day. It was a lot of fun. So Eric Weichel trying to put all that power to the ground on that Jimmy's chassis. So Austin Pyatt patiently awaiting, getting ready to take off any moment. And it's starting to rain just a little bit.
Hopefully knock some of this dust down.
Yeah, no doubt. Could have waited another half
All
hour.
these camera people walking back in from the corner from stand. Now they're taking pictures. Here they come walking.
Yeah, there's a lot of media out there walking in. They've been covered in dust, and now they're getting rained on. So that turns to mud pretty quick.
Yeah, especially in their equipment. Ooh,
So here comes Eric Weichel. And he is hot on the throttle all the way to the end with a 2.30. And here goes the 8008 of Austin Pyatt and Alex riding shotgun in that 1998 Jeep Wrangler, part of the 4500 class, out of Box Elder, South Dakota. In his TJ.
It's awesome to see him back out here and cruising again too, because I think he was with us last season as well.
Yeah.
And he's been strong on TikTok, just showing what he's doing on the car.
What's TikTok?
Oh, you know, just for us young folks. But if you do stumble across his page, it's actually pretty cool because he was showing all he was working on for a while on there.
Was that Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok either, so
Yeah.
don't feel bad.
Yeah.
You should have TikTok as many reels as you watch them.
And last but certainly not least, off the line is the 6422X of Jordan Rupp with Caitlin Cahy riding shotgun. And that Can-Am X3 out of Sturgis, South Dakota with Hitless Motorsports. Jordan's got a gun tattoo studio, Maxxis tires, KMC wheels, Texera Tech, ZRP, Baja Designs, S3 Power Sports, C4 Fabrication, and Adrenaline Driven Motorsports. That is Caleb Rupp's wife, and he's in that P2, and then their teammate of John Cahy's in P1, and John Cahy's wife is riding with Jordan. So the top 3 and 4, man, they're all on the same team.
Here's the thing, I don't know if you heard, Caleb Rupp broke both rear axles in qualifying.
And still finished P2 so far?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
So hopefully he's got some parts from Elevated.
Those got sold earlier today.
Oh, no.
So they are on a rampage to try finding axles.
Oh,
Nowhere in this region has any more.
Oh,
So
no.
they're trying to
Well,
find some used ones.
Who's got a pre-runner out there, a Mavar pre-runner? How about Randy Tucker? I don't know.
Where's Dan's machine?
Well, it's sitting up there at camp.
Uh-oh. We may be robbing some parts, huh?
From the owner of the dealership.
He'd probably say all right.
Wouldn't be the first time we've robbed parts off of his personal car.
Or mine.
Or yours.
Pal, one year I turned around and they said, hey, we need a couple parts off your car. I'm like, okay, it's on 14 and there ain't a hub in it.
And a knuckle.
And a knuckle.
That sounds about right.
Wheels are off of it. They're like, we'll figure out how to get it in the trailer. I'm like, okay. But
Oh my
that's part of it
goodness,
is,
they're ingenuitive.
hey, I didn't need it. The racer needed to race, so.
So we're watching Austin Pyatt and Jordan Rupp out there ripping around. And this will be a great ending to qualifying for the TDK Big Sky 200.
302.
A 302 for Austin Pyatt. So now we're going to chase down Jordan Rupp. And Caitlin Cahy, John Cahy's wife, and Jordan Rupp's husband. Or wife. Jordan Rupp's. Caleb's wife, thank you.
You're welcome. I think that they're going to race the 12-hour. Like,
Yeah,
oh, wow.
she said
They're
she was
Iron
going
Manning
to
it.
iron wooming it.
Woman.
Come on. So we'll get a time for Jordan Rupp.
242.
2:42, so that's probably mid-pack. Very solid run. So do you allow any more time for anybody to come up, or?
No, I think that's it. Nobody was coming down when I talked to Cheyenne, so I think we're going to call it.
And just like that, the wind starts to pick up. It's been a great day of qualifying here on the Elevated Power Sports 1.8 mile qualifier. So again, thanks everybody for tuning in to the 2025 Big Sky 200, presented by Throttle Down Customs, right here in Broadview, Montana at the Old Cow Pie Motorsports Speedway. From the entire broadcast crew here at Yellowstone Off-Road Racing, I am Miles Haskins alongside Shelby McDonald. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, for the Dust Pods 12-hour race with $18,000 on the line. We will see you in the morning.